All right. What is good? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to JoJo Friday. Today we got a great PE Live JoJo Friday for you guys today. It's Friday, right? I want to make sure. Yeah, it's definitely Friday. So we got a good Friday for you guys, man. So I'm looking forward to getting into all the topics. We got, not a lot of new stuff that's going on, essentially, like with gaming. There's been some stuff. We're going to go over MPD. We're going to go over some different game announcements, some other things. Nothing too crazy. But we've got this Nintendo Life situation. Now that it's been a day or so, like, I've been able to, calm down a little bit. So, like I predicted, and obviously, Nintendo Life, they saw my stream, or somebody showed them my stream, and they had the, the backhanded, oh, we didn't do anything, we didn't say anything to you, I don't know why you're acting this way, / we essentially said to you X, Y, and Z, but oh, we didn't do anything, like the condescending tone continued. But on Blue Sky, for those who don't know what Blue Sky is like the Twitter, it's like a Twitter alternative. I'm on Blue Sky as well, and I had somebody reach out to me and say, hey, they're talking about it, like they're subtweeting you, and they're talking about the situation on Blue Sky. So I think a lot of you guys know this guy, John Cartwright. He refuses to talk to me directly, which, I don't know why he won't, but he won't speak to me directly. It's almost like he's scared to speak with me directly. He'll speak around me, and he'll speak to other people in a thread about stuff, but he won't speak to me directly, which is fine. Like, he's a bit of a wimp and a chump anyway, so it's like I'm not really too worried about that. But I do feel like that's kind of like you're gonna subtweet someone on a different website and then not speak to them man to man if you're talking about what happened. Like, if you want to talk to me, then just talk to me. I don't understand why he's moving around and talking to other people that are on the same thread, but whatever, it's no big deal. So we're gonna get into everything. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, we're gonna get into everything. A lot of you guys are like, wait, what happened? So I'm going to go over what happened for all those that are new. I'm going to go over what happened, and then we're going to talk about the situation. And I'm going to talk about it way more calmly. But they continued on. So they saw my stream, and then they decided to go on Blue Sky and say some things. So let me go over shout outs first, because we got a lot of people here. So let me go over shout outs. Let me get all that out of the way, and then we'll talk about what happened. Okay. So just sit tight, guys. I gotta say what up to everybody here, and trust me, we'll have a long. Yesterday it was 3 hours of this, so so we'll have a long stream, and I'll reveal some stuff. I'll talk over the emails. Like, I'll reveal what the email said, because they're trying to make claims that they all they were asking for was for a link, and you even admitted that you should have done that. Like, they're trying to paint me in some type of way, and I don't appreciate it. So we'll go over everything. So it's a shout outs to my man Dior, what's good? Ice Cream Darkness Wins, what's good? Ryan Tyler Uncario says Xenoblade Chronicles X belongs to Nintendo Life, apparently. What's up, Lenny? Dr. Smooth, Lenny as Anthony Smith, Minato Moy with the $3. What's good?
My conspiracy is that there may be someone in Nintendo Life genuinely doesn't like you for some reason, lol.
Yeah.
Also, Nintendo Prime said it could be someone at IGN targeting at you, not Nintendo Life. I don't know if that's the case.
I don't think so.
Anyway, play Theme X.
I don't think it's IGN. I don't think IGN cares. I know some of the top brass at IGN, and I doubt it's them. Damien works at Hookshot Media, which I guess is the thing that carries Nintendo Life, pure Xbox in it. So I guess that's their manager of the thing. So, and I think he probably reports to someone that's at IGN that's even above him. So I think that this type of matter probably wouldn't go all the way up to IGN. I doubt it. I don't think IGN cares. My video wasn't anything, and IGN's never done this to me, so I doubt it was IGN. I doubt it was that. But yeah, I mean, definitely theories out there, right? Thank you, Minato Mario, for the 3. Let me get the Theme X going for you as well. So yeah, for those who don't know what's going on, don't worry, we'll get into it. Trust me, we will get into it. Baked Apple, what's good? We need to call out Nintendo Life everyone with this BS. Boohoo, you used some footage when talking about improvements. I called them out in their comments on their recent X vid. I appreciate that. Bead Queen, what's good, Bead Queen? Welcome to the stream, young lady. Ryan Tyler, what's up, Ryan Tyler? 777 OG, double OG, what's good, baby? D Money, what's up, D Money? Welcome. Christopher Lenton, what's good? Saltaverse, what's up? But yeah, they actually, like I said, I escalated it because the reason why I told you guys yesterday, one, I don't like the precedent that it sets, but two, I asked them 3 times to leave me alone in emails. Like, I asked them 3 times and they kept on emailing me back. Like, they kept on going back. And like I said, they were doing backhanded, like, they were trying to act like it was very condescending tone, which I will read the email. Since this guy, like, he wrote some stuff on there, try to act like you guys will see what I'm talking about. So I'm not, like, and I talked to my wife about this. Like, I'm not going to let these guys bully me, and I'm not going to let them paint some type of narrative that isn't there. Like, let's just be real. If I feel like using their footage in the future, I'll use their footage. I don't care. I will use it if I feel like it. It's transformative content. They refuse to admit that my content is transformative, and they refuse to give me my due. So I'm not gonna sit here and allow them to bully me, and allow them to sit there and say they can dictate what footage is theirs and not. It's like, bro, it's just some Xenoblade. Like, it ain't. It's a 10-year-old game. Like. So, like, I'm not gonna allow them to bully me, and I'm not gonna allow them to, speak condescendingly to me and try to act like, say one thing to other people, but then to me act all, oh no, we were good. Like, nah, fam. Like, I saw what you were saying. So yeah. Anyway, we'll get into that though. We'll get into it. I promise. Shaw X, what's up, Shaw X? Welcome. Anthony Smith was good. Glenmore Register, what is good? Shout outs to JoJo Fridays. Let's go, baby. Don't scare me like that, OJ. It's Friday. Shout outs, man. Creosin Bomb, what's up, Creosin Bomb? Party Man Cart, what's good? Dank Meme. We don't trust Nintendo Life, bruh. They're trash. They're garbage. Like, Damien and Alex, they're both garbage, in my opinion. They're both garbage. And I know he said he was trying to be nice to me, but I don't like the tone. Like, he might be okay as a person, but how they think of themselves is too arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd have to have a talk, or we'd have to have a discussion maybe off the air. But my opinion of them is that they're condescending. Like, that's my opinion. Yeah, they went to Blue Sky to do it. Yeah. Let's see here. Epic Globus is back for round 2. Yup, back for round 2, baby. Oh wait, I shouldn't have played the theme X. Apparently Nintendo Life owns the music. Yeah, they own the music that's going on too in that footage as well. They own everything. Save the emails for evidence. The emails there. The emails are there. They didn't. I said, look, do you want me to leak the emails? He kept on trying to be like veiled with. Oh well, I looked through the emails. Nothing seemed out of order. Like I said, I'll go over the stuff on Blue Sky that he said. So yeah. Let's see. John Cartwright's a clown. Was one of the people who jumped on the Helena Taylor bandwagon and doubled down. Yeah, he did double down. I actually talked to, I actually like criticized him for that as well. And like, he was like, oh, what's your problem? And I'm like, you. Maybe that's the reason why he won't speak to me directly. That's okay. Like I said, man, the disrespect, it's noted. It's noted. I don't know what's wrong with it. Could be that either got brainwashed or crazy Spawncast viewers, or he's still bitter on the Bayo 3 controversy. Crazy. Like, what does he have to do with the Spawncast viewers? Says Pokemon fan says show the emails. I'll read the emails. I'll read the emails in conjunction with what they have to say. So I'll definitely read the emails. I'll read them. I don't want to put out their email address or anything. So I mean, I'm not gonna show it, but I'm gonna read it verbatim. Like, I'll read it verbatim. Like, in terms of what they said, like, to dispute what they said. Like, I'll read it verbatim, or I'll paraphrase very, very accurately. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Alonzo Vines? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Life Will Change? They're from the UK. No wonder folks don't believe in fair use. Shaking my head. Yeah. Well, they have a weird belief of copyright too, which is not true, or it's warped. Isn't John Cartwright a Xeno fan? He is. But the funniest thing about what John Cartwright said, John Cartwright essentially smacked them down because they were trying to sit there and say they own this, they own the footage. He said, man, y'all don't own nothing. He said it nicely, but he said, y'all don't, listen, none of us own any of this. Like, you don't own any footage. Like, you don't. You just don't. You can sit there and say copyright says this and that. If Nintendo said shut all of this crap down right now, we'd have to shut it all down. And there's nothing that we could do. Like, legitimately, there's nothing that we can do. So, like, and Nintendo's done that before, where they just claim things and say, no, you don't own it, we own it. And it doesn't matter if you're fair use reporting or not. You don't own any part of Xenoblade. Like, you can sit there and say that you own it, like you say that it's something, but you don't. Like, you really don't. Nintendo owns it. Sony owns their stuff. Microsoft owns that. The IP holder who has the IP, at the end of the day, they've got so much legal precedence over what we do. So for them to sit there and act like they have some type of real ownership over something is ridiculous. And John Cartwright said that. But of course, he used to work at Nintendo Life. He has friends there. So of course, he's going to have a little backhanded, slap to me in the process of saying that. I don't think he even watched my video. So we'll talk about it, though, Shout out to Cyber Taurus with the $20 JoJo. Hey, yo, first dono of the stream. And we got full rewards and overclocks tonight, guys. So let's see if we can hit those pure platinums, baby. Thank you so much to Cyber Taurus. Says Nintendo Life just jealous because you have JoJo Fridays and they don't. Let's go. They might be a little jealous over that, man. That might be it, dude. JoJo Friday's lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, JoJo Friday's lit. You guys are lit. We're having a lot of fun. And I'm glad my wife was able to calm me down about it, man, because I swear I was tripping. Like, I was tripping yesterday. Like, today, I was better about it, but the stuff that they said today made me more upset. But I told myself that I'm not going to head into this stream, like, salty or, like, upset like I was. Because I was kind of tilted yesterday, to keep it a buck. Like, I was still cool. Like, it wasn't even anything like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to, like, blow a gasket, even though I think I did say I'm going to blow a gasket at one point. But as I started reading the stuff that they wrote, it got me more and more mad, But I've been able to, I calmed down a bit, and they're trying to tell me to move on. And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll move on. But I'm not going to let you guys sit there and say whatever you want to say and not me move on. Once again, I did that 3-hour stream. I did 1 hour for every time that I told you guys to leave me alone. And that email chain, it went over the course of about 3 hours between me responding and looking. So y'all wasted 3 hours of my day. So I needed to make back that 3 hours when it comes to work and productivity, because I wasn't able to work in between that time. So I got to make that back. You see what I'm saying? I'm productive. I'm a business guy. I got to move forward. I got to be working. Got to take care of the fam. So we had to make that back. So I told them 3 times to leave me alone, and they kept on emailing me after. Like, they kept on emailing me and lecturing me and saying a bunch of different things with backhanded. Oh well, it's sorry. Like, but putting a bunch of other stuff in there. Not just like, hey, can you put the links and we're Gucci? It wasn't just that. It was trying to sit there and say a bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I told them 3 separate times to leave me alone, and they did not. They kept emailing me. So yeah, we had to do 1 hour for every single time I told them to leave me alone. Like, they're gonna go low, I'm gonna go lower. So I'm not gonna be intimidated by them. And that's one thing my wife told me. She's like, hey, look, you need to calm down. Don't let them get you so fired up, but like, don't let them bully you and your business and your work and your credibility and your like ethics, because they're sitting there, they're saying ethics. Everybody on that thread, everybody on, I'm not gonna block them. Hell no, I ain't gonna block them. Nah, this is content, brother. Heck no, I ain't gonna block them. I had 300 plus people watching yesterday. We're gonna have a good, we ain't blocking them. They're sitting there, they're trying to go into ethics now. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to sit there and say my ethics are bad, that I'm unethical, that I'm immoral, unethical, and I'm being, unethical, and I'm being this like douchey and all that. And like, I take big offense to that. I am definitely not unethical at all. Like, that's not me. I've never been an unethical person. I've never been that. You guys know me. Like, I've been on this platform. Look how long I've been on this platform, bro. People never really say, they might not like me for saying this or that, or maybe I say something stupid or whatever the case is, but unethical, like, that's never been anything that's associated with me. And they're trying to paint me in that light on Blue Sky. John is trying to paint me in that light. John Cartwright is trying to paint me in that light. Damien trying to paint me in that light. Alex trying to paint me in that light, like through their emails and stuff. So it's like, I'm not gonna let that fly. Like, I'm not gonna let that fly, Yoshi with the $5 says Nintendo creator drama. Are they creators? I don't even want to call them creators. They just seem like a succubus. They just seem like people who are doing it for a check. I don't know if they're actually Nintendo creators. I don't think they actually like Nintendo that much. I think that they just do it because it pays them money, and Nintendo, a lot of Nintendo fans will take the basic common denominator when it comes to content. They got a whole team of people to create the most mediocre Nintendo content that I've seen on YouTube. Like, legitimately, Scott the Woz, beat 'em ups, man, RGT. I've seen people even, one-man teams work better than what they do to put out. So, I mean, it's like, are they Nintendo? Are they just people that just happen to be? They seem like almost like a corporate band. You know what I'm saying? Like a corporate band, like somebody with money put together a band together. It's not like they were like high school friends or they grew up and it was an organic band. It was like, oh, let me grab this, let me grab that, let me grab this, and let's put something together and siphon off of Nintendo fans. Siphon off the fans who don't know any better. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like corporate Nintendo content. The content isn't even that good. It's never been good. For a whole team, you got editors, you got all that, and that's the best that you can do. I mean, it just seems to me like it ain't even really that great, to be honest, to keep it a buck. So yeah. All right, let me get this next one. Thank you for the $5, Yoshi. I appreciate that, brother. I think we had 23, and then plus that's 28. So I think we got one overclock. Yeah, we got one overclock. We actually got one overclock. Next one's up at 30. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's go. Shout outs.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. Also, Ryan Tyler with the $3.
Once again, this is goofy behavior.
Very goofy behavior. Very goofy behavior on their part. But like I said, I'm gonna keep it cool. Let me go over what was said and then like the situation. So I'm gonna start with the whole situation that started with like the footage. So they had a preview. They had some new gameplay footage. About halfway through my video, I made a video on Xenoblade Chronicles X. I made a transformative video on Xenoblade Chronicles X yesterday. So I made a video, or was the 19th? Sorry, 2 days ago, the 19th, where it went over the updates from the preview, mainly stuff from RPG site and the stealth rounded up. But it's a 15-minute video, almost 16 minutes, and I think there's about maybe 5 or 6 minutes of their footage, but there's a lot of mixed in other footage of Nintendo's official trailers or whatever, right? Like or Wii U gameplay footage, but there's some clips of their footage mixed in there about halfway or so through. I gave them a verbal shout out. I said, hey, Nintendo Life, this is their they got some new footage, that you're checking out. And I put Nintendo Life on there, and I put, I think for each clip that I knew it was theirs, like I put Nintendo Live. I did forget to put the links in the description, but I don't have to do that. That's just something that's like a courtesy. You can, but it's not unethical if you don't. If you gave them credit, you gave them credit. I gave them credit in the video. I gave them credit on the screen. Like, I don't have to put a link. I mean, it's cool if you want to, you can, but it's not unethical if you don't. You gave them credit, but whatever. I forgot. I put it in the link. I put it in there eventually though. Like, I put it in there later that day. But anyway, that's when I got the email from the first person, Alex. He emailed me, and I didn't like his tone. I'll keep it a buck. Like, I think that's the big thing. For me, I mentioned RGT. I actually mentioned RGT this time. My bad, guys. I didn't like his tone. Like, if you want me to be, I'm not doing the bravado today, guys. I'm not sitting here and trying to like make jokes and like I was doing yesterday. I was making jokes and doing all. I'm not doing all that today. I'm telling you guys straight up what I did like and what I didn't. I also covered up their watermark because I think it's stupid to watermark a 10-year-old game. I think that's dumb. I think it's anti-creator, and I think it's stupid. You're doing a 10-year-old. Like, I get it if you got like some exclusive coverage of a brand new game coming and nobody else has it, but a lot of people did previews. A lot of people had footage. Like, putting a watermark on a 10-year-old game is stupid. So I don't think I need to. Who cares? Like, one, I wanted to put the Switch logo to know that it was Switch, and that was a good place to put it. But also, too, it wasn't like super intentional, but it was like, who cares? It was more like that, But yeah, watermarks on 10-year-old games, that's stupid. That's just dumb. I think that's corny. If you want my honest opinion, I think it's corny. But let me give you guys like the first why I don't like what they said at first. So the first email I got was the Alex only guy. That's the first email that I got. And I don't like his tone. If you would have just said, hey, OJ, hey, look, man, you used some of our footage. If you don't mind, if you can put a couple links, that would be great. And that's it. It should have been a really short email, but it was not a really short email. It was a fairly long email for this type of thing, considering my video is transformative. I wasn't ripping their footage and saying, hey, guys, I've got brand new gameplay footage. I've got brand new comparisons. No, that's not what I was doing. My video was not titled to entice the people like their video was titled, like hands-on preview. I didn't even say that. I never claimed that. So the first email that he wrote me was, it's been brought to our attention, so I don't think he watched it, that you've used footage of our recent gameplay and comparison videos of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on your channel. We know you cited us in the middle of the video, but we much more appreciate it if you reached out to us beforehand and asked permission to feature it. Furthermore, covering up our watermark in the bottom right-hand corner is not acceptable. That sentence I don't like. I don't like the tone. Furthermore, covering up our watermark in the bottom right-hand corner is not acceptable. You're talking to me like a little child. Furthermore, and he put not in italics, like not acceptable. And not acceptable for what? You were credited. It's a 10-year-old game. Like, you don't got to speak to me like that. And honestly, I'd never come at another content creator this type of way. Even if I had a watermark and somebody covered it up, I don't think this type of tone is not the type of tone I don't think you should be talking to another grown man or a content creator. Not acceptable, as if I'm like a student and he's like a teacher. Or as he's like lecturing me on something. So maybe I'm being a little petty on that, but my own personal opinion, I think that this type of tone is inappropriate, and I would never go to another content creator that I didn't know. Like, if I know them, then yeah, whatever. It's like, like, if it's Nintendo Prime, I can joke around like that or whatever, and he'll probably get pissed at me, but I'll still do it because he's my friend. Or if it's like John or whatever, I can have that tone with them because I know them, but I don't know this guy. We ain't never talked, you know? So I didn't like that tone. So right off the bat, I didn't like that tone. And then he said, we're happy. So another thing that I don't like, here's the next thing. We're happy to chalk this one up to experience this time, but in the future, if you wish to use our gameplay, we would ask that you reach out to us to ask permission and credit us appropriately and not remove any identifying markers. So that second bracket, I don't like either. The beginning part, I don't like. We're happy to chalk this one up to experience this time. I've been creating content on this platform for 15 years, so you don't even research what I've done. I've been creating Xenoblade content since 2011, 2012. Like, I've been creating Xenoblade content for as long as lots of people out there. So chalk this one up to experience. So, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you didn't. You don't know. Psh, you're just, you know, who cares? You know, chalk this, like, as if it's some type of major, massive problem. So this part I don't like as well. Once again, they didn't just ask me, yo, man, can you put some links and all that? They're sitting here and they're talking to me. They're trying to sun me. And they're talking to me, like I said, I'd never come at another content creator over a footage dispute like this. I've never done this in my whole career. I've never done this. I've never have anybody done this. Like, I've never had any other bigger content creator or anybody do this to me as well. This was very shocking to me, and I did not like the tone at all. Yeah, he's talking to me like he's like a manager, like, and it's like my first strike at work. Like, he's talking down to me. He's not talking to me like a fellow creator. He's talking to me like, how dare you do that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to chalk this one up to experience, as if I don't know what I'm doing on this platform. So I didn't like that either. And he says, you can always feel free to drop me an email directly. I'd be happy to consider future requests. So here's another reason why I don't like that either. He's in the UK. He knows I'm here in America. Clearly, you can tell that I'm here in America. I'm obviously not in the UK. You can tell that I'm here in, and you can look on my bio, it says United States, okay? So if he does his due diligence, he knows that I'm here in America, okay? He lives in Europe. So if I'm editing a video, or he lives in the UK, if I'm editing a video and I email him and it's like 11 o'clock, he's probably sleeping. Or if it's like 10 o'clock, he's sleeping. So I gotta wait before my video goes live for a fair use transformative video to check on him. I've never had to do that in my whole entire YouTube career, and I'm not gonna do that now. And I'm gonna say this very nicely and politely, because maybe they felt that I was being a little bit rude. Nintendo Life, get over yourself. Like, get over yourself. This bullying and this, like I said, this email message was definitely a condescending, bullying type of tone. Now, like I said, maybe I'm being oversensitive about it, but I'd never come at another content creator this way that I respect. And if I don't respect you, then yeah, maybe I'll come at you this type of way. But I would never come at another content creator that I don't know or that I didn't have any conversation with this type of way. Even if I felt that they were wrong, I would never talk to them like this. Because he's talking to me like I'm not older than him, or I'm not like I'm some type of little kid doing YouTube. And I find this to be highly disrespectful overall. So that's the problem that I have, is the tone of this email. And he says, many thanks. So this is not how you speak to somebody that you don't know. This is not how you speak to another fellow content creator in a first email. I don't like this tone at all, you know? So that's the reason why I responded like this. So like, we're going to go through it, man. Like, we're going to go through it. So I told him, I was like, yo, look, I was like, hi, Alex. Anything I used was cited. And I even said it was from Nintendo Life. This is definitely fair use, and legally don't need permission to use gameplay footage from an IP you guys don't own. I never claimed it was my own footage, and I mixed in plus had my own commentary as transformative. I honestly don't need your permission, and I'm a little shocked as a fellow content creator or a fellow creator that you'd be emailing me like this about it. You guys don't own Xenoblade X, and the video was transformative. They will not acknowledge that my video is transformative. Like, let me just put a side note. They refuse to acknowledge that my video is transformative. They keep on making it seem as if I made a video that would siphon views from them, and they refuse to admit that. So I just want to put that out there. And my video is transformative, by the way. It is like 1000% transformative. Mixed in with other footage. Spend your time going after people who don't credit you guys and rip your whole video. The cover of the watermark is so people would know what version is. Intentional, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. I'm shocked you're emailing me considering I sourced you guys in the video. I verbally said it, and the video is transformative. Please understand fair use. Now, after that, I thought it was going to be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was going to be done. I didn't think there was going to be anything else. But here comes this other guy named Damien McFerrin. And Damien... and here's another thing that I don't like. Like, if I'm dealing with one person, I'm dealing with one person. I'm talking to Alex. I'm not talking to someone else. In my opinion, I would say it's really disrespectful to bring somebody else in. Alex started the conversation. You're going to bring somebody else in when he started it. So what if I brought somebody else in to talk to you? I don't think they'd appreciate that. What if I brought I don't know, somebody else that like Dank helps me out on the Discord. What if I brought Dank in and say, hey, Dank, answer these emails for me, just whatever. What if I did that? I don't think they would like that. They're going to sit here and talk to me however way that they want with a condescending tone, then get mad when I max their energy. Now, listen, they did say, oh, I apologize. But with their apologies, they sit there and say a bunch of other stuff, which we will get into. Shout outs to Monado Mari with the $1 dono. And he says, in my opinion, perhaps you should save time and finally get back to the Spawncast to call out Nintendo Live, make more people aware. I probably won't do that because, you know, John probably wants to be in good relations with the Nintendo Live people. So I'm not going to ruin John's opportunities because I have an issue with them. So I'm not going to do that. But thank you for the $1 dono. Thank you, Minato Mario. I appreciate that. So the next email that I get from Damien, it says, hello, firstly, thanks for the reply. Here's the condescending tone. Thanks for the reply. You're not thankful for the reply. While we appreciate you putting text credit to us in the video, we normally don't allow our footage to be used on other channels. So you guys are going to see right here. I'm going to give you guys what he said. He said all they were asking for was for credit. All they were asking for was for credit. They don't allow people to even use. Why should I ask? He just said right here, we don't allow people to use footage. So why would I ask if you normally don't allow? So what circumstances would you allow or not allow for fair use footage of an IP that you don't own? So he didn't just ask, oh, put some credits. He added stuff in there. This is the second email from, or actually my bad. This is the first email from Damien after I responded to Alex, okay? So he says, we don't allow people to use footage. We normally don't. So for him, and he's going on Twitter and saying, hey, all I asked for was for you to put links in the credit. You admitted that it was wrong. No, bro. You just said right now that you don't know, you're adding in other things. And I'm going to tell you other stuff that he added in as well. He says, we normally don't allow people, allow our footage to be used on other channels. I don't care. That's not your IP. So I don't really care. Covering up our watermark makes it difficult for viewers to attribute who created the footage. No, it's not. I said it and it was in the video. No, it's not. 2, you've split up our footage and used segments that don't have the credit. No, anything it was credited and it was there. If I split it up, it was already the same footage, so people know. And once again, I verbally said it. People could clearly tell that it was the same stupid anime looking lady that was in the previous footage. Like, it's not like it was so different that you couldn't tell that it was the same thing. So the viewer wouldn't know where those parts have been sourced from. You've also included our transitions, which are bespoke. So we're saying, oh, well, those are native to us. It's a simple red and black transition that's not really anything. It's a simple transition. It ain't anything important or ain't anything impressive. It's a simple transition that anybody can do that could easily be removed or added or subtracted or whatever. It's not bespoke. It's not anything unique. It's just a simple transition. Like, the way that this guy's making it seem, he's saying, oh, I only asked you to do this. No, you did it. You're sitting here and you're making it seem, once again, that I'm stealing from you guys, that I'm not sourcing things, that I'm ciphering views because people don't know where the footage is from. He's doing all this. Am I crazy? Because he's sitting here and saying that he's not, but he actually is. This is the actual email he sent me on my first reply to Alex. This is all the stuff that he's saying to me, and he keeps going. He keeps going. With regards to, now here's his lecture to me on copyright. With regards to copyright, the captured footage is the copyright. We own that footage. We own that footage. Even though we obviously don't own the Xenoblade IP, the best example I can give to illustrate this point is if someone takes a video of a Ferrari doesn't automatically get the right to use that footage, just as the case with photos. The footage itself is copyright, not the subject in it. Now, this is false. This is categorically false. If you upload a video about Ferrari on YouTube and Ferrari doesn't like that video, that is a Ferrari. They can absolutely go into it. Now, there's other things that kind of play a part into it, but once again, my video is transformative. My video is transformative. So since my video is transformative, it is no longer yours, of an IP that you don't own. Once again, he refuses to admit that my video is transformative. He thinks that his footage somehow made my video, and it doesn't. People tuned into my video for my knowledge on Xenoblade, for what I know about the franchise, and the fact that I've been covering it for 10 plus years. And this guy refuses to acknowledge that. I say transformative many times, and he refuses to acknowledge it. He just keeps on making it seem as if I ripped their whole video and I used their whole video, and I did not. And the reason why I'm harping on this, guys, is because it sets a bad precedent, and I want to make sure that we're very clear that I'm very clear to Nintendo Life that I'll use whatever gameplay footage of IPs that they don't own that I want to. I'll cover up whatever watermarks that I want to. I'll use whatever gameplay footage that I want to, and I will credit you guys accurately or whoever I use it from. But if I'm making a transformative news video where people are tuning in for my views on something, your footage is the byproduct. It is not the main thing. It is the byproduct. People are coming to hear me talk about the game, not see your footage. That's just something that I'm reporting on, so I'm using something. Fair use, transformative content. So this guy does not understand copyright, and he does not understand transformative law. Maybe in the UK, when you guys are knocking over your tea and crumpets, maybe that's how you guys get down with copyright. But here in America, here in news reporting, here when it comes to what we do here, no, it's transformative content. I've been doing this for a long time, buddy. Okay, so let's continue on with what he had to say in the email. As an aside, fair use is usually restricted to non-profit use. That's not true. Whereas you're generating income from your videos. That's not true. Fair use can be used on news reporting on various channels, Fox or NBC or whatever, blah, 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 and they can all have fair use and they make billions of dollars. That's incorrect. So let's see here. Whereas you're generating income from your videos, so it's almost certainly would it apply here? No, it would apply here. Google has guidance pages for which are easy to find. You need to stop reading the UK Google pages and read the normal content creator pages. We certainly don't wish to be unreasonable. However, as Alex said, we're willing to allow it slide for now. So this is another thing that I don't like. We're willing to allow it to slide for now. But in the future, we'd appreciate it if you could drop us a line and ask for permission before using our footage we spent a lot of time working on. Have a great day. We let it slide for now. Let it slide. What are you guys going to do? So if I did it again, what do you guys... So you said you'll let it slide now. So if I did it again, because I will do it again. Because, okay, my wife told me not to get worked up. Okay, let me calm down. Okay, let me read some comments. Okay, I'll calm down. Woosah. Okay, let me read some comments. They're acting as if they're a vlog or fitness channel and shot an IRL video. When someone captures game or movie footage, they forfeit any ownership. Yeah. They expose themselves, not know how fair use works with that analogy. Yeah, exactly. I know, woosah. I know. Let's take a break from this. But You guys remember this tone. We'll let it slide. You don't know copyright. You're doing this. You're siphoning viewers. They don't know where to find it. So it's essentially stealing. You're taking viewers because, hey, look, they don't know where to find this. So they're going to your video for it, which they're not. They're not going to my video to look at the comparisons of Xenoblade. I didn't title it that way. They're not coming to my video to look at new hands-on footage of Xenoblade. I didn't title it that way. I never made that impression. Nintendo Life got all their views. They got tons of views on that. And I didn't take anything away from Nintendo Life. They're trying to make it seem as if I did, but I never took anything away from them. I never did. So let's see here. It says, we'll let it slide. Bro, who are you? That's what I'm saying. So you guys see the tone that he's having right now? We'll let it slide. We'll do, it's like, what are you gonna do if I do it again? What are you gonna do next time? Are you gonna copyright strike me? Are you gonna copyright claim me? If you're gonna do that, we can go to court about this. Like I said, I have a lawyer. If you guys want to go to court, it's transformative video. We can do this. Like, you guys are in the UK though, so it's gonna be pretty pricey to find someone here in the US because your case isn't gonna be heard in the UK. It's over here in the US. You are the person who's responding, or you're the person who's the respondent. You're filing, so you've got to do it over here, not in the UK, because the video is based here. So like, we'll let it slide for now. So what are you guys gonna do if I do it again? What are you gonna do about it? You know, we'll let it slide. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna do something? You see how they're trying to bully me? Does that not sound like, if you say, well, I'm gonna let it slide, that's definitely trying to speak down to someone. We'll let it slide for now. This guy is trying to tell me that they didn't try to intimidate or bully me, and they've said, oh, I'm sorry if it came off as passive aggressive. How does this not come off as passive aggressive? How does it not? How does it not? Does it, I mean, let's keep it a buck, guys. I'm not gonna get mad if you feel differently. Am I tripping here? Am I tripping here with this email? This is, by the way, this is the first time this guy, Damien, has even spoke to me. I spoke to Alex first, and this is the first reply from Damien. So this is the first thing he says to me. This is the first thing that he says to me. Says, no, they're all idiots. Trying to argue in court, the life is transformation in conjunction with the name Nintendo. Well, yeah. I could be your lawyer, OJ. I finished watching Suits. Contact Nintendo of America or Japan about the issue. They might respond. No, there's no need to contact them. It's not necessarily speaking down, but it's 100% intimidation. That might be worse. It's definitely condescending. Like I said, if I'm wrong, guys, I'm not even trying to argue with nobody here in the chat tonight. Like, if I'm wrong, let me know. Like, let me know if I'm wrong on this one. Like, I don't care if you guys disagree. Because, like, I'm pretty sure there's probably some people here that feel like, nah, OJ, like, nah, what they said was fine, you know? So if you feel that way, that's cool. Like, I don't mind. Like, I just don't want to know that I'm, like, tripping totally, you know? Like, but this seemed to me, like, very condescending, intimidating, whatever you are trying. I'm not intimidated. Trust me, I'm not. These little twerps with their little skinny arms only lift controllers, Xbox and Nintendo Switch controllers. They don't scare me. I'm not scared by them. But yeah. No, you're absolutely not tripping at all. They're clearly off their rockers. Shoutouts. I don't think you should get worked up over it though. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's what my wife said. Well, my wife said this. My wife said, look, she said, you don't need to get worked up over what's happening now, but she said, but don't let them bully you. She did say that. She said, hey, look, don't let them bully you because they're going to think that they can do it again. Like I said, I've never had another content creator say to me, we'll let it slide. That right there is just so disrespectful. I've never said that to another content creator. Like another big, like 100K sub content creator, even if I like or dislike or whatever. Like, I've never said, we'll let it slide in a dispute about footage or copyright. Like, I've never said, we'll let it slide. That's just so disrespectful and condescending. Like, to me, that's just, I don't know, like I said, little broing someone. That's like, you're speaking down. Like, it's definitely something. Like, I would never say that to you, Chips, or I would never say that to I would never say that to RGT or to John or to people that I don't know, like, unless there was an issue that clearly there was an issue beforehand, but I would never say something like, we'll let it slide, you know? Like, I would never say that. Let's just say to somebody that I don't know, I would never say that to somebody that I don't know. A fellow content creator that's a respectable content creator, 100K sub content creator, even if they were under 100K subs, I would never say that to any other content creator that I don't know about a dispute about content. Like, I would never say that, just flat out. Like, unless they insulted me personally first, then yeah, maybe I'll say something. But that was not the case here. Nobody insulted them. I gave them a shout out, you know? Huddy with the $5. And he says, Alex is a punchable face and voice, always comes off as smug AF. That's enough waffling, unsubbed. You're 100% right. OJ, can I get some Xeno music? Yeah, you can. Yeah, shout outs, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm not here to try to cancel them, but like, I'm not going to sit here and like take that line down. Like, I'm not going to like let them bully me. Like, you know, I got to say this because they're going on Blue Sky and they're saying all this stuff. Like, they're saying all this stuff. Oh, we were just telling him to put the link. Oh, we were just being completely reasonable. Oh, I apologize for the, like, they're trying to act like they were being completely passive, and that was not, they were being passive aggressive. And their first emails to me were absolutely like trying to sun me a little bit. You know, it wasn't just, yo, can you put a link? You know, it was like, that's not acceptable. You know, chalk this one up to inexperience. We'll let it slide. These are things that you don't speak to somebody else. You don't say that to another content creator. I know, because I ain't never done it to no content creator that I don't know. Like, I've never done that to any content creator I don't know. And I've had the content creators use my footage. And I've never, even if I was upset about that, I would never do that, you know? So yeah. Shout out to Cybertorch. Thank you for another $5 dono, man. I appreciate that. Or sorry, my bad, Huddy. Thank you for the $5. 34 on the board. We are up to 34 on the combo breaker. Let's go. Overclock, baby. Shout out.
Overclock Buster!
Let's continue on because there's actually, believe it or not, there's actually more. So here's the next email that I wrote back to him. I said, hi, Damien. Listen, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Before we get into this, let me get into what they had to say on Blue Sky, why I'm even revealing these emails in the first place. Okay, so let's go to Blue Sky. So some of you guys may be thinking, oh, OJ, you shouldn't have, you know, put out these emails. You know, why are you doing this? Like, it's like, I'm doing this because they put out stuff on Blue Sky that I feel is inaccurate. So I'm gonna read some stuff. So this is the subtweet that John Cartwright made about me, and didn't tag me or didn't, you know, put me in there. He said, there's conversation going around about whether you can use people's gameplay footage without permission. The only conversation that happened was what I said yesterday or whatever. That was the only conversation that happened. There was no other conversation outside of what happened with us. And John Cartwright used to work at Nintendo Live. So anyway, legally, none of us, let me just repeat this right here. Legally, none of us own this stuff. There we go. John, who used to work at that, when he says it right there, and obviously he's a little bit smarter than Damien and Alex because they don't understand that, and John understands that no, none of us own any of this. Like, we don't own any of this stuff. So at least I'll give John some points for saying that, because no, they don't own any of it. Even if you capture it yourself and all that, the whole photographer thing, that's completely BS, and maybe that's some type of UK countryside law. I'm not really sure, but that's not the law over here. But he says, but ethically, work still went into recording, and if you don't just take other people's work, if you don't ask for permission, then at minimum make sourcing clear. So this right here is a subtweet of what happened to me. I don't think John watched my video, but here's the problem that I have with this is that, one, I made it very clear that the footage was from Nintendo Life. I made it very clear. I said it in the video, and I also said Nintendo Life. I put like text on the screen, and I also said Nintendo Life. I said it verbally. So it was very clear where the footage was from, John. You know, it was very clear where it was. So, you know, subtweeting me on a different platform is nasty work, bro. Like, it's very nasty work. But, you know, it's okay. Like, I'm used to, you know, these type of people doing stuff like this to me. It ain't anything new. So it's no problem. I used to work with guys like this. I used to work with guys and girls like this, where they do, you know, these little backhanded little things, like passive aggressive little, you know, things on other places to try to say you're talking about someone, but don't say their name. That's okay, man. It's all good. That's the type of guy that you are. And that's fine. You know, it is what it is. It's easy to do when you're not in front of someone's face, and that's fine. No big deal. Right? So, he puts it pretty vague. But here comes Damien. You know, this is the guy. This is the same Damien. Okay, this is the same one. And this is what I don't like him saying. Now, this is after our email chain. This is after my live stream. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is after my live stream as well. So he saw my live stream, or whatever, you know. And he says, I attended copyright training day a few years back. And yes, you're correct. Captured footage is considered to be a derivative work and therefore subject to copyright. No. It can be if you own the copyright. If you own the copyright, it can be that. If you own it, you don't own Xenoblade. And my video was transformative. You don't truly own it. If Nintendo didn't want you to do that footage, even if you captured it, you wouldn't do it. So this whole copyright training day, I don't know who was your teacher, but that person must have been an idiot or a moron. Like, that person must have been dumb to sit there and tell you that this is the case, because it's not. The issue was never that. However, it was more about asking permission, giving proper credit, and not obscuring watermarks that denote where the footage is from. No, you said that you don't allow it. You said that you guys usually don't allow it. You guys made it into that because you have no other option but to make it into that, because my video is transformative and fair use. So you have no other option but to say, hey, well, you have to ask us for permission. No, I don't have to ask you for permission. No, I don't have to not cover up your watermark. Your watermark is irrelevant when I gave you guys a verbal, it's Nintendo Life, and I put it on screen. That's irrelevant. It's a 10-year-old game. It's a 10-year-old game. And I used a little, and it's not my video. It's not the whole video. It's just part of the video. Just part.
What they're doing is completely backwards.
Yeah.
I somewhat understand where they're coming from.
You shouldn't.
But what you did is completely fine and ethical. It appears they're picking on you because you are smaller.
Yeah.
I doubt they would do this to a bigger channel.
That's what I said yesterday. I doubt they'd do this to a bigger channel. They're doing it because I'm smaller. So that's not what was the case. That's not what it was. And you're trying to lecture me on copyright as well. So he's trying to say it's only about that. No, it wasn't. You guys are saying, we'll let it slide. You guys are saying stuff like, we'll chalk this one up to inexperience. They're putting in backhanded, comments throughout the whole, I read you guys the emails, and I didn't make that up. Those are the actual emails. They're not just telling me, hey man, could you give us proper credit? And that they're sitting there putting back in the first and second email to them. They're putting backhanded compliments backhanded stuff in those emails. If Alex just simply came out and said, hey man, you forgot to credit us on a couple of it, and if you would have put a link in the comments or in the description, I'd be cool with that. I would have been like, okay, yeah, no problem. Or if you would have said, yo man, like next time, maybe if you can ask for permission, but for right now, yo, can you just put the links to the videos? You forgot to do that. I would have been like, oh my bad, bro, I'll put the links. They never did that. That was not it from the beginning. So they're trying to act like the nice guys here. They're trying to act like they came, in peace and all that. No, they didn't. You guys saw it. I read y'all the emails from the beginning. From the very jump, they were talking down to me, or intimidation from the very jump. Now, he did apologize if I felt that way, but I think that's BS, because he knew what he was saying. And multiple times I'm telling you, you're like trying to intimidate me here. And he's like, oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. But then he continues to put backhanded comments in there. Shout out to Psychopath. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it, man. So yeah. So anyway, he goes on some more about this. He says Alex's polite email was met with amazement that we considered our captured footage to be something we owned. Yeah, you don't own Xenoblade footage. No, you don't. You don't own the IP. You don't. And if somebody wants to use part of it for a transformative video, they can. You don't own my whole video now because I use some of your video. You use Nintendo's footage, so that's Nintendo's game. That's their IP. The copyright point was only raised to counter that. Like you say, it's common courtesy to ask if you're using exclusive footage you couldn't get yourself. That's not the point of my video. The point of my video wasn't for exclusive footage that I couldn't get myself. The point of my video was going over the preview and going and talking about what was new in the game. That was the point. It wasn't because I'm trying to say, here's exclusive footage. That's not why people clicked on my video. They clicked on my video because they're like, oh, OJ's talking about the new stuff in the game. They didn't click on my video for exclusive first-hand knowledge footage. That's not what they clicked on my video for. They say that they watched the video, but I don't think they actually watched the video. So anyway, That's when he says, no problem at all. We chose to politely and respectfully address the matter in private with the party in question, so that so a lot isn't out of the open at present. So then that's when I had to come in here and say, bro, you compared your footage to a photograph as if my video wasn't transformative and I gave 0 credit. You're really doing this right now, man? You guys are a joke. A bit of footage was used. Nintendo Life were verbally and on-screen credited. You guys were trying to double up on me and acting like I stole a whole vid. So this is the reason why I'm exposing these emails. The reason why I'm exposing these emails is because these guys are leaving out a lot of the backhanded, passive-aggressive stuff that they started out with. We'll chalk it up to inexperience. That's not acceptable. Let me know beforehand. You know, like all that type of stuff. Like, no, I don't have to. You guys didn't ask very politely and nicely. And when you guys did ask politely and nicely, it was met with a bunch of other stuff that was BS. I'm not going to sit here and not call BS when I see BS. If you would have just said, yo, can we get a credit? Let us know. I would have just been like, all right, cool. I probably would have just been like, whatever. It was the paragraphs or like the multiple sentences that triggered me originally. It wasn't because you guys just politely asked. No, you guys did not. That's not polite in my opinion, because I never talked to another content creator like how you guys started it out with me. So that's not polite. Joshua King with the $20 says unsubscribe from Nintendo Life. Hey man, I appreciate the $20 dono. Thank you so much for the JoJo boys. Hold up, we gotta play some. Actually, no, I can't play the JoJo right now. Well, I can play the what's it called? I can play the sound effect. Yeah, there we go. So I was thinking for the $20. So I appreciate that, man. Don't get. I'm not letting it. I've calmed down today. I've calmed down today. So I'm not letting it bother me. My wife calmed me down, man. My wife, she's a queen, man. She's the ultimate queen. She calmed me down. I do want to go over to what I quote tweeted them. John didn't respond to me. I quote tweeted him. I quote tweeted Damien. We had a little back and forth even on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a little back and forth. But let's get back to the emails. And then we'll kind of go from there. Shout outs to Overclock boys. Let me get the extra donos that we got in here. PsychoPie and Joshua King. Thank you guys so much. And let me actually get the music going again. Shout outs to PsychoPie. Shout outs to Joshua King. Appreciate you guys dropping donos as well. 64 on the board. Let's go. We up to the 1 hour. Let's get it, baby. 1 hour unlock. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate y'all. Let me get back to the emails though, right? That's what y'all came for. Big love to Joshua King and PsychoPie. Yeah, a lot more calm today. I know I had to calm myself down, bro, Nick. I mean, like, for real. I had to calm myself down, bro. I think I even after I was done with the stream, I was like, yo, I think I was a little bit too lit for that stream. But I actually was kind of heated, though. I'll keep it a buck. I was heated, you know. I don't let a lot of things get to me, man, but that kind of got to me. All right. So, let's get to the next part here. So after that last email from Damien, we're getting to the 4th email here. Oh, we still got a lot more. I got to go through these fast or we're never going to get through all this. I said, hi, Damien. Listen, I've been doing YouTube for a long time and nobody owns footage of an IP that they don't own. That's ridiculous. I highly suggest you guys stop trying to intimidate me and go after people who rip your whole footage and don't credit you. I cited and sourced when I used your parts. And there's plenty of official footage that I used as well in the video. I'm not taking the video down or changing anything. You guys don't own footage of a game you don't own at all. I didn't use your voices or claim it's mine. This is a super weird thing to go after me about, considering how transformative the video was overall. So I'm going to ask nicely for you guys to leave me alone. You guys are being super weird for a video with less than 10K views. So that's my first time of me asking him to leave me alone. Oh, do you guys think that he left me alone? The answer is no, he did not. That was basically right there. I wanted him to leave me alone and don't email me back. That was it. Like, it was done. So he does not leave me alone. This is when it gets into a little bit of harassment, right? Like a little bit of harassment, because he does not leave me alone. He starts going in again. So Hello, at no point we asked you to remove the video or change it. Never said that you did. I just said that I'm not doing it. I never said that you guys asked me. I just said that I'm not. We're asking that in the future you at least ask us before using footage we've spent a considerable amount of time capturing. I already said that I'm not. I don't care how much time that you spent capturing. That's irrelevant. I didn't use all of the footage. I didn't use all of you guys' footage, and the video is transformative. So I don't care how long you guys spent capturing the footage. I didn't use all your footage. Again, we appreciate the credit, but the fact that you've covered up our watermark, which was clearly intentional, nobody cares. The game is 10 years old. And chop up the footage means that you're not properly attributing the footage to its creator. No, that's false. Chopping up the footage because I'm talking about specific things in the video. That's what makes it transformative, Damien. That's what makes it transformative. If you're taking parts of someone's video, like a part here or a part there, and you're specifically mentioning things, that's the fair use reporting part. I'm not gonna rip the whole video and put the whole video in my video and say, okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna chop it up and I'm gonna use official footage, some of that of what I want to talk about, the new footage compared to the old or whatever. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. Like, what's wrong with you? Do you guys not create YouTube videos? Like, what is going on? And I properly attributed it. I said it's Nintendo Life, and everybody knew in the video that your stupid anime girl was the blue hair anime girl was the footage that I said in on-screen text multiple times and verbally as well. So we've also, and then here's another thing that I don't like about what he has to say. This is what he, and I kid you not, he says this: we've also been doing YouTube, and he puts quotations on the YouTube. Let me tell you something right now. As a communication major, when someone does this, that's absolutely trying to mock someone. It's like the whole, you know, Dr. Evil quote, like I do it too when I'm trying to mock or when I'm trying to do things. He literally puts, we've also been doing YouTube. He puts it in quotations. He put the doing YouTube. So he's mocking me. Now, if I'm being sensitive, let me know. But if he could have just put like, hey man, we've been doing YouTube for a long time as well, and here's what I think. But he put doing YouTube in quotations. That's condescending. I don't see that as anything outside of being condescending. Okay? Because I didn't say it in a condescending tone. I was like, listen, I've been doing YouTube for a long time and nobody owns footage. That's what I said. That's just how I feel. So for him to sit there and say doing YouTube in quotations, what was all that for? Like, okay. Anyway, so he says, we've also been doing YouTube in quotations for a long time, and I've personally attended copyright training sessions covering the legal side of these things, and footage is the copyright of the person who captured it. No, it's not completely. Copyright is to the copyright holder. So if I capture anime, that doesn't mean I own the rights to the anime. If I capture footage from anime, that doesn't mean that I own the rights to the anime. That doesn't mean I own the rights to the anime. If you capture something, that doesn't mean that you own the rights. So even if you put your own, hey, I'm doing this, or hey, I'm doing that, or added things to it, that doesn't mean you automatically own the copyright to that footage. That's not true at all. So I don't know what this guy's talking about, but that's definitely, I don't know what copyright training he went to, but no, just because you captured something yourself doesn't mean you automatically own the copyright to it and you own it. That's not true. But anyway, just like taking a video of a concert or photographing a football player is the copyright of the person behind the camera. Once again, you're interacting with different types of media and you're trying to apply it to a broad swath of things. And I will say this once, I will say it twice, I will say it a million times. My video was transformative. So that the bits that I used of your video are I'm not using what you own. I am using it for fair use reporting on an update for a game. So that's irrelevant to what I'm doing. Whatever you want to feel with copyright, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Okay, overall, but you don't own the copyright to Xenoblade, so therefore I can fair use report on it in my videos and use whatever footage I want to use to talk about the game. And I properly gave you guys credit. Once again, I forgot to put the links. I put the links. By the way, he didn't ask for links in the description. He was upset that I even used it in the first place and that I didn't ask them. Anthony H with the $5 says, OJ, you are a great YouTuber and enjoy Xenoblade. Can you play some Tales of Symphonia music? I can. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to read the rest of his comments, too. Let me play some Tales music first. Tales of Symphonia. combat thing. Thank you for the support, Anthony H. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to Uncario with the 44 months. Says, what if they said is true? If what they said is true, then publishers would have no ground to strike pre-launch gameplay from leaked games, and yet they do it all the time. Exactly. So if you captured that footage, that means you own it, right? No. That's not true. This is just what he's saying is not true. It's just not true. Otherwise, copyright holders would not own the footage that they captured. They do. If they wanted to strike that, they could strike that gameplay. If they really felt like it, it's their own. It's their copyright. They own the IP. You don't own it. Anyway, let's continue on here. He says, again, I'd like to stress that we're not asking for any changes to be made to the video. We just ask for permission in future before using any of our footage, and that you ensure the watermarks remain in place and visible so the footage can be properly attributed to its source. No, because I said the source. So if I use your footage in the future, especially on a game that's 10 years old, I'm going to cover up the watermark, because what you guys are doing is stupid. And let me tell you the reason what you guys are doing is stupid. And this is something that I personally just don't like. Now, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I'm going to be stubborn on this one. I'm going to be really stubborn on this one. I think it's really stupid to watermark footage of a poorly played Xenoblade Chronicles footage. Like, I think it's very dumb to watermark poorly played footage. You're not talented. Even Enel, who's way more talented than you guys, does not watermark his Xenoblade Chronicles footage. I mean, if he did, I wouldn't blame him, because he's actually talented and skilled and puts together guides. You are running around, stupidly playing the game, not knowing what you're doing, mashing buttons, and playing poorly. That is not footage worth being watermarked. There is nothing crazy about that footage to where it needs to be watermarked, to where anybody with a brain is gonna rip that whole footage and put it on their channel as if that's some type of god tier footage to have. It's not. It's very, and I'm not trying to be petty or mean, it's very elementary, basic, bad Xenoblade gameplay. It's not great. It was up, and it was the new footage that they got, so some people were using it, I used it, or whatever. Now there's been other people that have come up with more footage that the people aren't going to be looking at your footage. They'll just probably use some other footage. But at the end of the day, I think it's silly to watermark footage that bad, and it's silly to watermark footage of a game that's 10 years old. Like, who cares? You're going to get your views. You're going to get your views. Whether it's covered up or not, you're going to get your views. If someone rips your video wholesale, Nintendo Life, you can take the video down. If somebody just does parts of it and it's a transformative video, there's nothing to be upset about. Nobody's coming to the video for your footage. They're coming to the video to hear what I have to say. I have 100,000 subscribers. I don't have 700 or 800 or 900, whatever you guys have. Yeah, I'm not as big as you guys, but people still come here to hear what I have to say about Xenoblade. I've been officially featured on Nintendo's channel about Xenoblade, talking about it. They usually reach out to me about Xenoblade stuff. I've gotten content or footage early too when it comes to Xeno. So people come here to hear my take on Xenoblade, not to see your badly played footage, okay? People are gonna watch. If I didn't have that footage in there, I would have got the same amount of views if I had that footage. I could have replayed the same trailers over and over, and it would have been the same amount of views that I have, because nobody's coming here to watch you guys' bad gameplay. And my video didn't even do that great. It's not like it's under 10K views. So nobody's coming here to watch your bad gameplay. So nobody's taking views from you. Nobody's hurting your channel. You guys are being ridiculous. Watermarking that poorly played footage is silly to me. Like I said, maybe I'm being petty. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I'll take the L on that one if I am. But I think it's really dumb to watermark really bad gameplay footage. Like I said, Enel, who is supremely talented at the game, his footage isn't even watermarked. It's just there. My footage of me playing it on the Wii U in Japanese where I could barely understand it, that's even better than what you guys played from 10 years ago. I think I played a little bit better than what you guys did, and I had no idea what I was doing. Well, I had a little bit of an idea, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So, and that footage that I have 10 years ago, I know for a fact other websites and other places use my footage, because I had less than 5,000 subscribers at that time in 2015. And that video has 26,000 views. And I got those views quickly. So people were using it. People were taking the footage and using it on websites and using it on places, using it on other YouTube videos, and I did not care. You know, I didn't feel like it took away from me. It is what it is. And people subscribe, you know, from the video or whatever, you know. So yeah, I just think it's silly. If it's a brand new big game, then like I get it, you know, but it's not. It's a 10-year-old game. So yeah. So that's my opinion on that. Like I said, I might be wrong. Maybe it's just me being, you know, whatever. But I don't think you should be watermarking I don't think you should be watermarking anything, to be honest, unless it's like some type of skilled gameplay. But if it's just some basic gameplay from the beginning of the game, I don't think that should be watermarked. You know, I don't like, not if you're putting together a guide or you're putting together something like important, then okay, I get it. Yeah, like you're putting together a guide, like I get that, you know, or like, you know, something, or even like their, what's it called? Like their comparison video. Like I even get that, which I did cover that up. But once again, I barely used that footage. I barely used any part of it. And I just said, oh, like the comparison, like here's the damage numbers. So I just used a little bit of that. And once again, I gave them credit for it. So yeah, like I don't think I'm in the wrong. I mean, actually, I might be in the wrong, but who cares? Like, that the point was, you guys said at the very beginning, Damien said that we don't allow anybody to use our footage regardless. Like, so I don't understand. You guys are giving me mixed signals here. We don't allow people to use it, but you got to ask us if you want to. It's like, no, that sounds like, you know, good and well people can use your footage because you don't own it. That's what it sounds like, you know. But we'll let it slide, all right? We'll let it slide. All right. Let's get into the next comment that this is me responding to his last comment. I said, hi, Damien. It's chopped up because it's transformative video where there's specific things. I'm talking about at certain times. I've also done copyright training, and I know for a fact in a lawsuit you would not win, and they probably wouldn't even see the case. You don't own footage of a game that you have no ownership of. If I took your whole video outright, you might have a claim, but I'm simply reporting on the news and details. You guys are doing this over a less than 10K video is so weird. No, I'm not asking for permission, and I kindly ask that you leave me alone. That's the second time that I've asked him to leave me alone. So I asked him one time to leave me alone. He emailed me back. I asked him again to leave me alone. Okay? I asked him again. So this is the second time that I asked him to leave me alone. Let me continue on here. He says, you guys don't care about Xenoblade. You only care about making money off of it. The video doesn't take away from what you guys have done. I am really shocked you guys are acting, I meant to say it like this, or acting this over some footage. So I told him again to leave me alone, you know? He emails me back and says, hello, again, I'd like to reiterate that at no point have we asked you to remove or change the video. Just in the future, you ensure that our watermark remains in place for any segments of our footage that you use and ask for permission beforehand. I'm not going to do either one of those, Damien. I'm not. If I feel like using your footage, I will. I've used your footage in previous stuff. I'll use your footage whenever I feel like it, if I feel like it. So you can kick rocks, man. You know, you can kick rocks, dude. I feel like these are both. I feel like these are both. I feel these are both of these. There's a typo there. I feel like these are both very reasonable requests. They are, but your tone is bad. Given that the team has spent a considerable amount of time and effort creating the videos, which you have profited via your own video. Once again, I have a bunch of other footage, and I didn't profit based off of what you guys did. I profited based off of my knowledge on Xenoblade and me talking about it. It wasn't based off of what you guys did. My video was entitled to get your viewers or to get, hey, exclusive new footage. So I'm not profiting based off of what you guys did. Your video is irrelevant in my video. And B, okay, this is the first time that he said that you haven't linked to directly, which effectively means we've potentially lost views and therefore revenue, which is used to pay our staff, who all work extremely hard to ensure that our channel has plenty of bespoke and exclusive content for our viewers. Okay, so I want to start right here. I want to stop this one right here. He is essentially saying that I'm stealing viewers. Am I not right with that? Because in the blue sky thing, he says, I never said that you're stealing viewers. I never accused you of that. He's saying since I didn't link the videos, even though I said where it's from, so somebody could easily type in Nintendo Life and see the videos, he says, we're losing out on revenue. Now, am I tripping here if that is not accusing someone of potentially stealing views? Or stealing money off of their plate? Am I let's just be real here. What is he saying here? Because he's saying on Blue Sky, he's saying, no, I didn't accuse you of stealing views. Now, let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. But this is what he just said. He just said, one, you haven't linked to directly, which effectively means we've potentially lost views and therefore revenue. So he's saying that my video is losing. For some reason, he thinks that my video is not transformative, and he thinks that people are coming to my video to learn about what they talk about, which it's not. It blows my mind that he thinks that, which once again, he won't acknowledge that my video is transformative. He thinks that his videos made my video, so he thinks that I'm stealing views or stealing revenue from him. You're not wrong, because that's exactly what he's saying. It's simple cause and effect. That's he's trying to apply here. If he didn't accuse you, he shouldn't have brought it up. They're being asshats. Okay, I just want to make sure that this is the reason why I'm taking it public, because I asked my wife, and my wife was like, no, he's tripping. And I'm like, okay, well, my wife doesn't know video games as much as you guys know. So maybe, I trust what she says, but I want to make sure that I run this by you guys. Because he's on Blue Sky saying, I didn't accuse you. We just asked nicely. We just said, like, that's not what's being said here. What's being said here is that since you didn't attribute us properly, you didn't link it, we're losing out on views. He's accusing me of stealing views from them. So he says, again, I'm keen to stress there's no need for any action to be taken on this particular video, just that you reach out in the future. All the best. So I'm going to go over some more. I said, so then I respond to that email saying, hi, Damien. I thought I put a link in the description. So I said, you know what? I thought I put one. I didn't put one, but I'll do that now. But once again, there isn't enough in the video from you guys to be getting this upset, in my opinion. It's a news video going over info from a preview, not a gameplay video or anything. Y'all acting like you have ownership over it is silly. My vid is transformative. That doesn't take away from what you guys have done. If I rip the whole video, I can understand why you would be upset. But I'm not going to ask for permission to use footage from something you guys don't own. Nobody is taking views away from you guys. Your videos are titled and created differently. Mine is a simple reporting / preview video. You guys have comparisons plus hands-on. Making it seem like my video affects your views is laughable. I think you know this. Anyways, I'm not asking for permission to use clips for news videos. So, if you guys want to escalate it legally, feel free. But I doubt that will be a good idea. Go after people who rip your whole video or try to claim it as their own. Not people who are simply reporting on Xenoblade and want the game to do well. I'm not making much money off that video. I think I made about $20 on that video, by the way. I'm honestly shocked you guys are doing this. Now I'll ask for the third and final time to leave me alone. So now that is 3 times in this email thread that I ask him to leave me alone. The 3rd time, but I'm a business guy, so I don't block him. I let him talk because I can talk about this now and about the asshats that these guys are being. The clown, the complete clown behavior from Damien and from Alex, but mainly from Damien here, but from them. This is just clown behavior, you know? It's very condescending. They're sitting there on Blue Sky and acting like all they asked was for just proper credit. No, you're saying a bunch of other stuff. I asked you to leave me alone. Now, I know I put other things in there, but if you're just simply asking for credit, I would have done it. It wasn't that. You guys were talking down to me, intimidating. So and listen, he apologizes, but clearly he's not sorry because he went over on Blue Sky and started saying stuff. So clearly he ain't sorry. All he does is apologize in public and apologize here, but then still say things. So anyway, he responds by saying, we're getting to the end of this, guys. And he says, hello, thanks for putting the link in. It's honestly really appreciated. And to reiterate, there was never any question or suggestion of legal action, so I'm not sure how you've come to that conclusion. I never said I came to that conclusion. What I'm saying is that I am not, here's what I'm saying, Damien, because I know it's tough. I am not going to ask for permission for something in the future. So if you guys want to handle this legally in the future, because you're saying we'll let it slide, so what are you guys going to do? He already forgets the threat, the veiled threat that he made to me all the way before in the emails. He already forgets it. because because once again, he doesn't respect me, okay? Or he doesn't care, or he forgot. He's probably busy. I'm not sure. But he already forgot the veil. We'll let it slide. That means you're going to do something next time. We'll let it slide this time. You know, that means you're going to do something different if I do it again. So that's why I said, look, if you guys want to escalate this legally, we can go that route, because you said we'll let it slide. So what if I don't? What are you going to do about it? You're going to take down my video? You're going to copyright claim it? You're going to copyright strike it? Okay, then we're going to do something legally about that. You know, since you don't want to acknowledge that my video is transformative, you refuse to acknowledge that, and you think that your videos made my video, which it did not. Anyway, and he says, this was always intended as a polite discussion, handled privately. No, it was not intended as a polite discussion. It was intended as a very condescending discussion with the overtones of trying to be polite. So if I made it public in the future, you could say, I'm being polite. No, I didn't. Look, look, this is what I said. That's what this is. But it's a very condescending tone throughout this whole email thread. You accused me of stealing views because I didn't source it correctly. You've accused me of not knowing copyright. You've accused me of your video making my video be what it is. You have not acknowledged that my video is transformative, and you refuse to acknowledge that my video is transformative. What are you talking about? What is polite about this? It's very condescending, you know? And he says, have a great weekend. All right. So anyway, so then I respond back to that. And he says, listen, Damien, or whoever else is looking at this, complaining about some footage being used to highlight the game that doesn't take away from what you guys are doing is not right. The video is transformative, and you know it is. Emailing me with multiple people trying to make it seem like you guys have some type of ownership over Xenoblade X is not right, and I don't appreciate that. Nintendo owns the IP and rights. At the most, the email, and this is the important part of what I say here. At the most, the email should have been, quote, hey, can you put a link in the description? And that's it. Trying to make it look like I ripped your whole video or I stole/took views from you guys is crazy. Both of your vids are doing well. Go after people who actually ripped your whole video or didn't credit you guys at all. I mentioned legal action because you guys tried to make it seem like I did something illegal with copyright, which is untrue. The emails from you guys were a bit passive aggressive, so I simply matched the tone. I'm not asking for permission for fair use reporting on the IP you guys don't own. Have a nice day and weekend, man. So then he responds with this. OJ, I know you don't want this back and forth, as you said several times. Yeah, I have told you several times to stop, and you still are harassing me. Multiple times emailing me afterwards. So yeah, I did say that, and you kept on. I asked you 3 times to stop emailing me, and you still emailed me afterwards. So yeah, I did. But I apologize if our initial contact seemed aggressive. No, you don't apologize because you kept on doing it, and I asked you to leave me alone. As that certainly wasn't the intention. It was the intention. You guys are adults, and you did it throughout the whole email thread. What do you mean? I've looked back at the email chain, and from my perspective, I don't think it was. But if you perceived it to be, then I'm honestly sorry. He hit me with the, oh, well, if that's how you saw it, my bad. Bro, look at what you're saying. Look at what you're saying. What do you mean? You're literally saying right here in the email, that's potentially lost views. You said this. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand what he's trying to say. Oh, well, if you perceive it, it's not a passive aggressive. Bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, anyway, this is where I find this is also complete cap too as well. He goes, the discussion around your approach for permission is because if there's a line of communication opened in the future, it comes with the potential of doing more fun and productive stuff between our channels. It was never intended in a negative way, hence the fact that we weren't asking for the video to be changed or taken down. This is a complete lie / garbage nonsense. I've been around for a very long time. Nintendo Life has been around for a very long time. They don't want to work with me. They've never, in the history of Nintendo Life, and I know that they came across my channel before, whatever the case is, they've never opted to work with me in anything. IGN has worked with me. I've had other websites work with me. They've never asked to work with me in any capacity. So if I ask to use your footage, you guys can work with me in the future? No, I don't want to work with you guys. I don't need to work with you guys, and you guys are very mediocre. Why would I want to work with such mediocre people? I don't need to. Like, you guys are legacy media. You guys are print media, website media. There ain't nothing for me to work with there, you know? Now, let me continue on here. He says, that's all we're asking. All the best. So then this is the final email before he left me. He finally left me alone. And he says, I said, Damien, trying to gaslight me into thinking I did something against copyright is absolutely passive aggressive. That is the main issue I have. It sets a bad precedent for content creation. I would never work with people who feel this way about sharing Xenoblade content. You guys don't want to work with me? Let's be real. Like I said before, I'm not asking for permission for specific gameplay clips on news reporting. All I'm asking is you guys to go after people who actually took/stole your content. I legit don't appreciate you making it seem I stole views from you guys. I wish you and your team well, but this is insane. I probably won't be using your footage in the future, but if I do, I still won't ask for permission because I know what is fair use, copyright, and IP rights are. Have a nice weekend, man. And that was when the conversation stopped. That was around 10:36 a.m. my time on February 20th. And that's when I had my stream yesterday. Then we went into my stream. Today, the Blue Sky stuff happened today. And that's the reason why I'm doing this right now. So yeah. So I wanted beer after work, but I'm here drinking the tea. Thank you, Robbie Salas, for the $1.90 or for the $1.99. And thank you, Anthony H, for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Try Will. Thank you for the subscription. So I'll take questions now, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll take questions. I'll take whatever comments that you guys want to have or discuss. I know I didn't read a lot of you guys' comments. So yeah. This is to be honest, I think it meant IB. I don't know what IB made. Says your vid was not transformative. Please stop before they sue. My video was not transformative. Explain how my video was not transformative. Explain. OJ, you are 1,000% right in what you're saying. Those guys don't know a thing about copyright and fair use. I'm an old school pro editor. You're right, OJ. Breathe and keep calm. Don't give NL attention. I won't give them anything else after this unless they continue. If they continue talking on Blue Sky, I might give them some more attention. But if they don't, if they're cool about it, then I'll be cool about it, you know? So yeah. He's mad at AF trying to take your stream down. I don't know if he's trying to take my stream down. No, I just care. Okay. It'd be super fun to work with OJ. It could be super fun to work with them, OJ. I don't think it'd be super fun because they're not very talented. I don't really see any talent working with them. I think Josie's more talented. And like Miss Click is more talented. I think that RGT is more talented. I think that there's a lot of other people more talented. And I don't think they're very talented. They got a whole team, and that's the content that they put out. It's very mediocre. It's not really that great, to be honest. I mean, if they can't acknowledge that my video was transformative and that I didn't offer anything new or different to it, I'm not going to acknowledge their content. I'm not going to acknowledge what they do. If they can't sit here and be man enough or be a fellow content creator and say, yo, you know, you did a video, you have your own knowledge. They never once acknowledged that I added my own perspective and insight into Xenoblade. Not one time. That's just the ultimate disrespect. So if they don't want to respect what I do and my work, I'm not going to respect their work, you know? They didn't say one time that, yo, your work was good, or hey, you add a lot to the table. They didn't say that one time. They just were butthurt about the footage, and they made it seem like their footage made my video. They're not giving me credit for anything. No, I'm not going to work. I don't want to work with somebody like that. Why would I work with somebody like that? That's called self-sabotage. Shot X with the $10 and says, OJ, I know a guy. Just say the word. I'm kidding. Those guys are trash. Yo, shout outs. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the JoJo voice. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 10. Let's get it. Another JoJo. Maybe that's how copyright works in the UK. It doesn't work like that in the UK, but I mean, you know, whatever. Maybe it'll never happen, but hey, have them on for a live stream debate, LOL. Even though they would never talk to you via voice chat. Yeah, they would never talk to me via voice chat. And I don't think their management will allow them to do it either, so. At the very least, it's passive-aggressive and condescending, and they keep doubling down while misrepresenting the situation, how fair use and copyright works in order to get a result they want, yeah. But why on Blue Sky? It's because these Nintendo Life dudes don't want to get community noted. I think they did Blue Sky because it brings less attention because Blue Sky is smaller. I think that it brings less people that agree with them. If they do, I mean, people don't like me on Twitter either, but I'm pretty sure most people would probably agree with me. If this was out on Twitter, they'd probably agree with me more, or it would become a big thing. It would become more drama than they're willing to deal with. Blue Sky is so much smaller than Twitter, so you can say things on Blue Sky and you can quote tweet on Blue Sky and say things, and people probably will just like forget it after. Whereas Twitter, like, you might get hounded for forever on Twitter, you know. So yeah. Pretty sure the fair use stuff is similar in the US and UK with this stuff. Yeah, facts, OJ. It only works because the content that makes is trending at the time, but the news channel the best, so I won't unsubscribe. No, I don't care if you guys unsubscribe or subscribe or not, you know, like to their channel. Like, I'm not trying to get you guys to mass unsubscribe, you know. So yeah. So Nintendo Life needs to be deleted now. They don't own the IP. I'm deleting them. I don't care about them. I'm like, OJ, can you give me the cliff notes on Blue Sky stuff? Oh man, I just explained everything. The cliff notes are that basically they got upset because I used some of their gameplay footage, even though my video was transformative, and I called them out because their emails were condescending to me, and they were speaking to me in a very passive aggressive tone, and I didn't like that. So then I made a long live stream, 3 hours, talking about it yesterday. So then they went on Blue Sky to basically misrepresent the situation. So then I'm responding now and again. I read through the whole emails. I just exposed the whole emails to show you guys what I was talking about. Because on Blue Sky, they were acting like they were not talking condescending, like they weren't adding in other things. And that's not the case, you know? So, so I just flat out said what happened. Because like yesterday, I did paraphrase what happened in the emails, but I didn't read it verbatim. Today, I read it verbatim, so. One of the guys at Nintendo Life slept with Hulk Hogan. those Twitter that agree with them might get bodied too, though. And on the bright side, no big YouTubers on Nintendo Life side yet. I mean, if it only serves to benefit me if big YouTubers get in on it or whatever, you know, like I wouldn't mind that. But once again, I don't back down to any big YouTuber, you know. I don't back down to anybody. Most really big YouTubers probably won't interact directly with me if there's a problem, because they know that it helps me more than it helps them. So a lot of big YouTubers won't, you know, if there's an issue, they won't actually say anything to me. They'll just go around it. But yeah. This channel here has soul. I like it more than Nintendo Life. I appreciate that. Nintendo Life makes Xenoblade reviews. Nintendo Life has exclusive footage. It is watermarked. It is watermarked. Yeah, it doesn't need to be watermarked. It's like I said, it's very mediocre footage. It's not anything impressive. I mean, like, to me, you should watermark, like if you're doing like a combat guide, if you're doing something that's like actually like impressive, something like that. That should be watermarked. I don't think poorly played footage of an anime girl in green hair or blue haired anime girl, whatever hair she has, I don't think that should be. I personally don't think that should be watermarked. That's just my opinion, though. You know, we can agree to disagree or not. Alex from Nintendo Life has C-cup man boobs. Does he really? I don't know. I don't watch his videos, so I don't know. OJ, we're on the streets. Nintendo Life is owned by Hulk Hogan, and they're still in February, and we're still in February, so you know what that means, brother. Shout out to Luke Silver. Appreciate you, man. How you doing today, man? How you doing this weekend? Let's see. Current RGT should work for Nintendo Life. We gotta mention RGT every stream. Unfortunately, I'm the one who mentioned it this stream. That was the unfortunate part. I'm the one who mentioned it first. So yeah. Oh man, it's all good though. It's all good. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, #PlayerEssence by itself. If you guys want to go over stuff, want to talk about stuff, make jokes, whatever the case is, I'm down. Like I said, it's JoJo Friday. We also got some Switch 2 stuff with some developers, so we can go over that too. Essentially, basically, this Automation had an interview with port developers, and they said that they're a lot more excited to create games for the Nintendo Switch 2 to get ports. And these are guys that made ports on the Switch, from PS4 to Switch, or from like Xbox One to Switch. And they said this is way better for them with the CPU and the GPU with the Switch 2. So ports are going to be easier from Xbox Series and PS5 to the Switch 2. This was from developers, like anonymous developers that are port studios for the Switch 1. The port is selling with the $5, It says, OJ, please get back to on the Spawncast before John starts having random urban style individuals on and just pretending they are player essence. Okay. I might have something for you guys tomorrow. I might have something for you guys tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see for sure. 88 on the board. Appreciate you guys coming through. Let's go. Let's get that first platinum. When it comes down to it, let's get that first platinum, boys and girls. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Let's get it. Let's see. Is this behavior from Nintendo Life new? I've never seen anything like it. You know, I've never seen anything like it personally. No, like I haven't. I don't know if it's new. I don't know if it's happened before, but I mean, I think anybody that they've probably pressured was probably privately. But I think, like I said, I think the only reason, because I've used their footage before, you know, and nothing's happened. I think the only reason why they reached out to me is because I covered up their watermark and because it was new and because my video went up that day and because my video was above theirs. Like if my video had no views, like 0 views, or if my video wasn't above them, I don't think they would have done anything. But it was the fact that, you know, that's why he referenced stealing, like, or that potentially losing views because my video was above theirs. So I think that's really what it came down to. Guys, OJ will get back in the Spawncast as soon as John lets him. He got fired for the 43rd time. So clearly Alex was the initiator. Alex, like I said, I don't really. Here's what I don't respect, Huddy. Like, if you're gonna speak to me man to man, speak to me man to man. Like this corpo thing that he did, like where he had multiple people in on the, like it felt like I was being escalated to like HR. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was being escalated to HR, and I didn't like that. You know, like I said, maybe this is just me being weird about it, but I didn't like the fact that Alex reached out to me first, and then he dipped after that, and then he dipped, and it was somebody else. I didn't like that at all. You know, I felt that, hey, Alex, if you're gonna if you wanted Damien to talk to me the whole time, then you should have told, hey, Damien, can you handle this? I don't know why Alex would email me and then dip and say, you handle this. Like, I found that to be ridiculous. Like, as if I'm some type of major problem that needs to be escalated. Like, you know, like I said, I think, you know, I'm not trying to sit there and say anything. There's ulterior motives, man. But I mean, it's hard for me to think that they don't feel a certain type of way. Like, I didn't want to say it yesterday, man, but like it's and like today, like the whole subtweeting with all of their friends that are all you know what I'm saying? Like it just seems real weird, man. Like it just seems real weird. Like I don't know why they do that. Like if Alex wanted to talk to me, then Alex should talk to me. If Damien, if he wanted to talk to me, he should talk. I don't know why I'm being like CC'd on a thread. Like that's literally a CC. That's like a business thing. Like you guys work in an office. You ever CC'd somebody? He like CC'd Damien. Like what? Like be a man. If you got to speak to me about it, then speak to me about it. Like what are you doing? If you don't have time to talk about it, then don't worry about it right now. You know. So yeah, that's my thought process. You know what's super funny? No, let's see. You know that was super funny. No offense, by the way. No, I don't take offense to it, man. I know you're just joking around. It's all good, brother. Is removing their watermark allowed? I can remove whatever the hell I want. They don't own the footage. I can remove it if I want. Actually, I didn't remove it. It's called being covered up. It was a little bit of an eyesore. I didn't like the look of it. That logo looked silly to me. That's it with the $10. Hey, let's go.
Here's a JoJo for you in limit. You know it reminds me of the Pocket FM situation my brother went through. He called them a bunch of powder sniffers for their horrendous audio service and stream numbers. You are justified. Muck them up. Music Mario Party.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 JoJos tonight, man. Thank you guys so much for your support. 90 on the board. We are 2 combos away from a platinum. Let's go, man. OJ, any chance to you apologize, make a vid, you could work together and watermark review? Might be fun. Oh man, fans. I feel you, Anthony. Let's go. Oh man, play some of the biggest channels are just reaction channels where they are probably copyright violations. Funny how that's never a problem, but your video somehow is. Yeah. Here's another dumb argument I predict naysayers might make. Kind of ironic. OJ, this OJ dude defends Nintendo take down fan-made games, yet he complains about Nintendo life. I don't think I defend Nintendo on taking down fan games. I don't think I have, or I don't think I like I really did or anything. But I mean, I might have said something, but I don't think I really care, to be honest. Like, I'm like, whatever, you know. So yeah. Let me get your music going here though. Shout outs, Mario Party. Mario Party. I don't care about fan games or stuff like that. Mario Party music. Hold up. Just you're justified. Muck them up. Mario Party. Hold up. Muck them up. Mario Party. Is that an actual? I think you meant match them up. Match them up. Shout outs to Cyber Torch with another $10 donut. Says combo bump platinum. Let's go. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. I tried, man. I tried, but my lungs, my vocals are not great. Yo, big love to Cyber Taurus up in his lead to 35 on the board. Hey, yo, anybody that's 35 or more, I appreciate that. Bonus stream unlocked like always. We got bonus streams on deck. On deck. Let's go. And we've got another JoJo as well. So let's get that popping too. Shout outs, guys. JoJo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll also say that Nintendo Life wasted my time yesterday and today. I was working out when that whole situation happened with Blue Sky, and that cut into my workout. So, I mean, I was out there for about an hour and a half, but I probably really only got about maybe 45 to 50 minutes of actually working out because I was responding. So, I'm gonna blame Nintendo Life for having less definition on my arms and my legs today because they cut into my workout. So, I gotta make sure that I gotta put that out there. The fact that they say that they own the footage and refusing to believe it's transformative is crazy. Sorry about this, man. The situation made me unsub. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm not trying to get them to, you know, I'm not trying to cancel them or nothing, but like, yeah, this is corny, man. This is corny. Let's see here. That's the key. They thought that you didn't have the right to remove the logo. That's not the key. They didn't want me to use the footage at all. Let me repeat what he said. That's not the key. That is not the key at all. So let me just for transparency's sake here, just so people don't realize that is not the key. And that's not what they said. What they said initially, I'm gonna go back into it. And I'll get that don't know in just a bit. Anthony H with the $5 says, OJ, any chance you watch Nintendo Life review Xeno X, you can play Torno music? I might watch the review, yeah. I mean, just to see how bad it is. So the first email to me, Anthony, from Alex, he said that the problem was that I didn't ask for permission. And then he said, furthermore, covering up a watermark at the bottom right hand corner is not acceptable. So it was a thing of not asking, you know, and waiting for permission. If I'm making a video, I'm not going to wait for permission for somebody in the UK. He's probably asleep when I'm awake, or he's probably doing something when I'm doing something, because there's like a freaking 8 or 9 hour difference or something like that. So I'm not waiting for permission for footage that they don't own. They don't own Xenoblade. They don't own Nintendo's games. Like John Cartwright said, hey, we don't own any of this. So to sit here and try to act like you own it and somebody can't make a transformative video. On top of that, to not acknowledge my video in the first place as transformative, this is what I don't like about these guys. They think that their content is bespoke. That's a British term for like curated for a specific audience, whatever. I had to look that up. I don't use that term, but whatever. They think that their content is like holy, or their content is so on point for our viewers, and good for them and good for their views. I'm happy for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know any better when it comes to Nintendo Life. Mediocrity is like eating McDonald's. McDonald's is very mediocre, but a lot of people will eat it because it's easy, simple, fast, and it's shoved in your face through marketing. That's fine. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean it's the best. But what I'm trying to say here, what I'm trying to say personally is that no, they never came about it in a way where it's like, oh, because of the watermark. They said, I gotta ask in the first place. I'm not asking for anything. You guys aren't the proprietors of the IP. Another thing is the condescending tone. We'll chalk this up to chalk this one up to experience this time. We're gonna let it slide. So automatically condescending and like trying to intimidate me and saying, hey, well, we'll let this one slide. Oh, okay, yeah, you didn't know. We'll let it slide. But next time, oh, next time, like, you don't talk to another fellow content creator like that. Like I said, in my 15 years of creating content, I have never spoke to another content creator that I don't have any contact with any type of problem or whatever. I've never came at them in this type of way. And I know that they felt they did nothing wrong, but this is a very condescending tone, which we all went over the emails. So no, I don't, you know, I don't, it wasn't just about the watermark. And once again, the game's 10 years old. You guys are being silly by watermarking this. Like, you guys are being silly by watermarking it. It's not incredible footage. I think it's silly to watermark content just in general, but to watermark a 10-year-old video, I think it's silly. I think you guys should be better than that. You guys don't have to do that. Your character looks stupid. It's not like your character looks cool. You did anything dope or interesting. You didn't. You played the game pretty poorly. You can pretty much tell that the person doesn't know what they're doing. If you watch anybody that plays Xenoblade, you can tell that they don't know what they're doing. They're not calling out their soul wedges or whatever properly. They're not properly getting into position in terms of their attacks. They don't know the distance in terms of how they do certain things. They don't know the range of certain attacks. They don't really know what they're doing, you know, and that's fine. Whatever. That's not a big deal. I'm not the greatest at the game either, but I'm better than them. So I just don't feel like it should be watermarked. So that's the reason why I did that. I mean, they don't own it. If they owned it as an IP, then I'd say, okay, you know, maybe I'd give them, I wouldn't remove it, but they don't own it. Nintendo owns it. So they shouldn't be watermarking it in the first place, in my opinion. They should not be watermarking it in the first place. So that's that. Let's say, I wonder if Alex is the one that elevated it to HR. They weren't happy about how he was handling the situation. Well, he only did one email, so I'm pretty sure that he CC'd somebody else. OG, off the top of your head, do you know or have any idea which system you have the biggest library collection of? Probably the Switch. Yeah, probably the Switch. I think, yeah, or maybe the NES, but probably Switch. I don't know. Maybe Xbox 360. Probably Switch. Probably Switch. Yeah. Let me put some Torna music. Kingdom of Torna. Total Life has the same let's see here. Nintendo Life has the same ones that gave Mario and Luigi a 9. The same ones that gave Mario and Luigi a 9. I don't know if they gave Mario and Luigi a 9. So, I'm not sure. I didn't read the review. They are a big, amazing channel, mediocre content. Was it footage they took or footage provided to them by Nintendo? It was footage they captured. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if it was footage they took or footage provided by Nintendo. Like, it doesn't matter. I think they were allowed to play, like, they have a review copy and they captured the footage. So, but it doesn't matter if Nintendo gave it to them or if it was they captured it. It's irrelevant for my video at least. You should make a group stream and invite them. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Then the Life, the same ones who, I already read that. They're dude, it's all good. Forget those guys. Keep hyping up the game. Do your thing. I will. They're not gonna stop me. Like I said, I probably won't use their footage, but if I do in the future, like I won't. I'm not gonna message them. I'm still gonna cover up their watermark. So, but thankfully, there's much better footage. I mean, like, there's much better footage to use now. There's other people that have played the game that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. So, we don't really need to use their footage if we need to talk about something like with new gameplay or something like that. So, it doesn't really matter. They're a corporation. Very poorly ran one, I'd say. Very mediocre for having a whole team. Like I said, pretty mediocre content overall. Like, I'd expect a little bit more, you know, like I'd expect a little bit better, but since they have a team, they have editors, they have, you know, people that script, the fact that the content is that mediocre is very interesting for sure, you know. Still a good site, but not as good as it was 6 years ago. Good site? I don't know. I've read some of their articles. Their articles don't seem that good. For a 10-year-old game, they gotta chill. Yeah, I agree. Still catching up on the stream, but the part where it really grinds my gears is that the "I'm sorry if" no real apology and accountability will ever have the word "if" in it. All lip service. Yeah, exactly. All lip service so they can play the good guy on Twitter if I made this public, because I think they had an idea that I'd probably talk about it, you know. Super Christian me with the $3. Thank you for the 3.
It's JoJo Friday.
Yes, sir.
But I'm broke. So, can we talk Fire Emblem for a sec?
Yeah.
Been playing part 2 Blue Lions of FE3 houses, and I just slaughtered 2 of my boys from the Black Eagles house. Heartbroken. Forget NL. FE is where it's at. Fire Emblem Friday. Fire.
Why would you slaughter them? Why would you not save them? Because you can recruit them in the future. So, yeah, I would definitely not kill anybody from any other house, because you can have them all on your team. So, you know, but hey, it is. You play the game your way. You know what I'm saying? You play the game your way. Thank you for the $3, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs to the combo breakers. Let's go. Once you got the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, please internationally put Nintendo Life watermark on your gameplay footage. LJK, I know. The watermark needs to come back. It needs to come back for everybody. They are one of the few Nintendo sites who survived the Wii U era. That's true. They did survive the Wii U era. They did. But they also had capture footage and stuff. Like they did pretty well on their 3DS content. I mean, it was still mediocre, but they did well on it. Their Smash Brothers footage felt like I was watching a toddler play. Like, their Smash Brothers footage was terrible. Like, I was watching them play Smash Brothers, and it was like literally like my little daughter at the time was playing. Like, it was like a 3-year-old. They were terrible at the game. So yeah. Nintendo Life soapbox segments are always the worst because they often have the worst hot takes. Remember they had the soapbox article where they defend Balan Wonderworld over Bowser's Fury? Yeah. Once again, just complete nonsense from them. You know, ridiculousness. Which is better franchise, Fire Emblem or Xenoblade? That's like picking between your kids. I will not pick between my kids. Oh, for real? I didn't know about it until now. Well, time to hit the ZL button. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have spoiled that for you. But yeah, you can recruit them. You can pretty much have anybody on the team. So, yeah. Absolutely. Every parent has a favorite kid. LOL JK. I mean, there's definitely parents that have favorite kids, and I can understand that for some parents. My mom, I don't think she has a favorite kid. I think she honestly loves all of us equally. But she'll tell each one of us, if I say I'm the favorite, she'll say, yeah, I'm the favorite. But my sister, she'll say, oh, am I the favorite? When my sister says, she'll be like, yes, you're the favorite. So she'll just tell us whatever we want to hear whenever we say it, you know? So, FF16 better than Xenoblade? Nah. But I can see why some people would think that for sure. But nah, not for me. The story isn't anywhere near as good. Not even close. I mean, whoever isn't wasting their life is going to be their favorite. Yeah. Fire Emblem was my favorite. Kid, Xenoblade. Xeno fans. It's fine. Whatever you guys like the most, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't really care. Like, whatever you like the most, it's fine. Let's see. Your daddy Nintendo loves NL, so they get cool footage. I'm not opposed to them getting footage. They got a big footprint. They get good views for the most part. You know, they got a good, you know, they got a good thing going. It's just, like I said, it's just like fast food. It's just mediocre. It's very mediocre, you know, content. So, and the reason why I'm saying that it's mediocre is because they refuse to acknowledge my content is anything. They refuse to acknowledge my transformative content. They refuse to acknowledge my input in the video. They just make it about themselves. They make the whole videos themselves. They refuse to acknowledge what I did was even good or my video was even worth anything. They're not putting any value on me as a content creator. So I don't think I really need to put any value on them as content creators. And you know, and this is how I actually truly feel. It's not just because what they said, but I've never felt that they were very good. I've read their soapbox articles. They're not very good. I've watched their gameplay stuff. It's not very good. Like, they play terribly. Like, in every, like, their Super Mario Wonder footage. Super Mario Wonder footage was terrible. Like, they were awful at the game. Like, you know, they were so bad at the game. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are they so bad at this game? It's not that hard. Like, it's hard, but it ain't that hard. So they're terrible at a lot of the games that they play. They're not very good at them. They need to outsource any type of combat guide or high level gameplay. They always have to outsource it to somebody else that knows what they're doing, because they're not good at it. When it comes to RPGs, they can't play RPGs. They're too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, his favorite Xenoblade game is Xenoblade X, the one that doesn't take any brain power to understand the story, the one where you can just fly around in mechs and not and not actually know the combat and all that. Like, of course, that's your favorite one. That's your favorite Xenoblade game, because you have no idea about Xenoblade. Like, it's just like I said. Like, it's hard for me to take them seriously. I've never taken them seriously on anything. You know. I've watched some of their stuff, I've read some of their articles, but every time I come away with it just being, it just sounds and looks mediocre. There's nothing really great about it, you know? Like I said, they're like McDonald's fast food. They're just there, you know? It's popular. Their legacy, they've been around for a long time, and, you know, they've got people who speak in accents, so people like them or something. I don't know, you know? But nothing that they say is ever lit. What's lit about what they do? Like, can anybody tell me anything that's lit about what they do? Good Vibe Gaming is way better than them. Like Steven, and those guys over there, they're way better. I'll take Scott the Woz. I'll take beat 'em ups. I'll take a lot of cats over there. Just want me to be honest. I honestly didn't know I still could recruit other houses and students in part 2, but I thought it was part 1 only. Well, time to the ZL rewind button. Okay, yeah. But it's all good. After playing several hours of the Trails games, unfortunately, I can say safely that Xenoblade is much better than Trails. Trails stories are good, but too cliche. Gameplay is just mid. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as big on Trails as I am on Xeno, of course. Yo, what? Until Life tried to bully you over Xenoblade? I just chimed in. Yeah, they tried to bully me over the footage. Try to make it seem like I didn't make a transformative video, so... They were I was talking. They were emailing me very condescendingly with multiple stuff. I responded back to them. I made a 3-hour live stream yesterday, kind of tearing into them. They saw that and got upset, you know, so we just kind of went back and forth. The accents are lit. Okay, yeah, I'll give them that. That's probably the best thing about it. Probably the accents. That's probably the best thing about what they got going over there. So I'll give them that. Matcha Chris says, Price, what you did was fair use. Sargon of Arcade, a British YouTuber, got sued by a US YouTuber for taking her video and only changing the title. He won his case and awarded legal fees. Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody would ever take it to court. Like, if you add your own comment, and this is what makes me, like I said, the most upset about it, and I'm glad that I'm being calm about it today. What makes me the most upset about it is because, like I said, they refuse to acknowledge that my video was transformative, because it completely destroys their argument. Or they refuse to even acknowledge that my video had anything of value in the first place. Like, that's where I took exception. They never acknowledged me as a content creator, because they're the ones that are coming after me. I'm not coming after them. You know, I gave them their credit in the video. I said, yo, shout outs to Nintendo Life, you know, like, I didn't say what I truly feel is like, yo, this footage is trash. Like, that's what I just wanted the new footage. That's what I just wanted to have. Oh, this is the new footage. This is the Switch, like, compared to the Wii U, right? This is how it looks a bit cleaner, like the damage numbers. I just wanted to see some of the new, like, the battle footage, you know? But, like, I said, yo, you know, check out Nintendo Life. It's there, you know? I verbally said shout outs to them. I, you know, put whatever. So I acknowledge them as creators, but they don't want to acknowledge me. You know, they don't want to say that my video is transformative. They didn't say anything good about the video. They made it seem like their video just made my whole video. My video doesn't even have 10K views. I mean, I think maybe it's coming up on 10K. I don't think it even has 10K views. Yeah, my video only has 9.3K, so maybe it'll hit it. It might hit 10K views, yeah. But their video has like tens of thousands of views. This has like way more. So, and they made another video today saying we played Xenoblade. Is it still good? Is it still good? Is it what is it? Is it still good? Is it? Well, I wonder what is it. Well, find out in our preview. Like, okay, such great content, guys. Sure. Second video title. Yep, it's still good. Yeah, I know. It's the same game, guys. It's the same game. So, this is unacceptable behavior from them, in my opinion. This is a prime example of a bigger channel throwing their weight around to pick on the smaller channels. They're not the authority of Xenoblade content. Yeah, it's the prime example of throwing their weight on a smaller channel, but then that smaller channel literally like grabbing the fist and just going like the anime and just go of grabbing the fist, you know what I'm saying? Twisting it and just basically going like, oh, like Dragon Ball Z or something like that, or just like Goku versus Raccoon or something like that, bro. Or who was he fighting that time? Or what was it? Tree of Might? Yeah, that's what it is. Cause I'll never get sunned. I'm sorry, man. I don't care. I'd rather quit YouTube. I swear I'd rather quit YouTube and go work in the normal world, bro. I swear I'll go do 2 regular jobs. I'll go work all day and just take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this, and I always have a connection to doing this, but I won't ever let someone, you know, disrespect like that type of way, right? Like, that's not like, if I can't say nothing back, the day that I can't say nothing back to people trying to disrespect me is the day that I just stop doing this. Like, I don't got to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can talk to you guys in like Discords and like we can just talk about whatever. Like, I don't have to do streams and do this and organize it, you know? Like, so there's never going to be a day that I'm going to let somebody, I don't care what size they are. They can be PewDiePie, they can be Kai Cenat, they can be anybody. They can be The Rock. I don't care who it is. Like, I'm never going to allow anybody to sun me or anybody to disrespect me or anybody to bully me. And that's something that my wife told me, something that I already said. I mean, I had that title yesterday before I even spoke with my wife. But my wife said that to me like very clearly. She's like, hey, look, you need to calm down. You know, you need to chill out. Like, you know, don't let them get under your skin. And I know I need to chill out. But she said, but remember, this is your livelihood. This is like what you do. It's like, you know, she's like, don't let nobody bully you. Like, because like people are gonna see that weakness and they're gonna think that, oh, I'm gonna bully him too. Like, I'm gonna say whatever too. So I'm not letting these guys bully me. That's why I responded on Blue Sky. I responded again. I'm like, I'm not just gonna let you guys say whatever you want. Like, you guys can think whatever you want, but I'm gonna make sure that people know what happened, like, overall. So where's a good place to start for Xenoblade and Fire Emblem? Fire Emblem, you can just play 3 houses if you want. I mean, like, you don't have to go in order for Fire Emblem. So just start with 3 houses. For Xenoblade, you can just start with Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Dude, Switch 2 is coming and they're setting up for the future. Email them, use watermark, and shout them out. Bro, I'm not gonna use their footage for anything. And if I do, I'll cover up their watermark and I'll shout them out. I'll shout them out and I'll link their video, but I'll cover up their watermark if I feel like it, you know? So, yeah. Let's see here. OJ, shout outs to Nintendo Life for the vid. Nintendo Life, how dare you acknowledge me without my permission? Why? Yeah, I know, seriously. The problem with Fire Emblem Awakening, she might not have a 3DS to play it or emulation to play it. I'm pretty sure that she has a Switch, so she can start with just 3 houses, and then if she likes Fire Emblem, then she can go to other places. But I wouldn't want her to start with Awakening, where you need to emulate it or you need to buy a 3DS in the game or get that. So just start with 3 houses, and then if you like it from there, then just kind of go to other stuff, you know. So yeah. Exactly, the Deku with muscular guy. Yeah, man. I'm the only one who gets to bully you in sports debates. Psh, right. Shout out to the wife for keeping us calm and when we need it. I know, seriously, bro. For real. She did a good job. I'll keep it a buck. They are dissing the game. Is it still good? Is it still good? Thoughts on Nintendo Direct happening next week? Man, if it happens, it'll be crazy. That'd be a crazy week, right? If a Nintendo Direct happens, because we get You know, we have the Nintendo Pokemon Presents on Thursday, and then a Nintendo Direct would have to be. It wouldn't be Friday. It wouldn't be afterwards. It'd have to be either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So those are the only times it can happen, unless they want to do it like in March. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Can you box Alex? If Alex wants to box me, let him know. I'll be more than happy to box. If he wants to box, if he wants to, you know what I'm saying? He wants to throw like the 1-2s. I'm perfectly down to do it for charity. Let him know. If anybody from Nintendo Life wants to box for charity, I'll do it. Or if they want to box for profit, I'll put 10K down right now. So if they want to do 10K boxing match or 10K match, I'll do it. I'll take out the savings. I'll take out the college fund. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't take out the college fund, but I mean, I'll do it. I'll do 10. I'll do 10. I'll get a loan from Nick 93. Nick 93, you good for it, right? You give me a loan, brother. You give me a loan, brother, right? I'll pay you back when I win. Nick, you good for it, right? You good for it. I'll pay you back when I win, bro. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back time and a little bit more. Time and a half. Time and a half. Oh man. Yeah, I'd have to do like a fan fundraiser. I'd be like, all right, yo guys, I need 10K right now. We put this 10K together. 10K, they put 10K, we put 20K. Winner take 20K, but really you making 10K. But winner take 20. Then we get some sponsors. I think it'd be fun. I'd be down. I missed the Nintendo Life discussion. Do I need to stop reading their content? Are they doing doing dumb faces? I mean, no, I don't think that you need to, Skater Ryan, but I mean, I would say this, man, like they were trying to bully me out of my my Xenoblade stuff. They weren't acknowledging that my Xenoblade content was transformative. They were trying to bully me multiple times when I asked them to leave me alone. They did not. They tried to act like I didn't know copyright, like I was stealing views from their video, which I was not. They tried to insinuate that I was, which I read that off. I read the emails. So, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to, you know, boycott them, but they're whack. Like, the people that work there are whack, you know? Anthony H with the $2 says, if you box, will use the watermark for the footage? I'll cover it up with the Nintendo Switch logo. I'll cover that up too. They might get upset. They might want exclusive watermark logoing for like for streaming. They might want exclusive watermark, you know? So yeah. They're bigger than you. They should put up more. I mean, if they want to put up more, let me know. We put up 20K. I'll take 20K against Alex or against Damien or any one of them. So y'all let them know if they want to do a charity boxing match. I'm cool with that. Or if they want to do a regular boxing match, I'm cool. Like, we can do that too. We can do that for fun. That'd be like a fun little thing to do. And obviously, I'm joking, guys. And clearly, they would not even think. They would not even they would not even entertain the idea of doing this. One, IGN would not allow them, or the Hookshot Media or whoever. They would not allow them to fight someone. Like there's no way. That just won't happen. That just won't happen. See, I'm not owned by anybody. I can do whatever I want for the most part. You know, I wish I can't break YouTube rules, but like if I wanted to box someone, I can box someone. It doesn't matter. You know, it's one good thing about being independent. I don't gotta worry about stuff like that. All right, I'm calling it the V-Shred to the Scotty Bleep Nintendo Life. Hey, look, I'm not telling you to do that, brother, but I mean, it's up to you. They feel differently, so, you know, but like, I didn't appreciate the passive aggressive, the intimidation, the we'll let it slide, chalk it up to inexperience, chalk it up to experience. Like, I didn't like the sunning or talking down to. I felt that it was disrespectful for your first time contacting a content creator. I didn't think it was respectful at all. Nobody needs to know could be a street fight. They would not want a street fight with me. That they'd have, I mean, they already have no chance really at all, but in a street fight, their chances go to like 0%, almost like 0.0001%. Like in a boxing match, since there's rules and regulations, they have like a 1% chance in a boxing match. In a street fight, they have a no shot. But I guess they can do something dirty, so maybe they might have a better shot. But yeah. But that'd be tough. That'd be tough. Maybe their boss made them reach out to you. Maybe, but probably not. 2v1. Oh man, 2v1. Can I beat both of them 2v1? The thing about it is that if they got time to train, I don't know if I could. If I could take 2v1, that'd be very difficult. If it was just like off the cuff right now, 2v1, I'm pretty sure I could beat them 2v1 right now. But if they were given like 6 months to train, I don't know if I would be able to. If they took it seriously and trained, because that'd be tougher. But if it was like, yo, we're doing a 2v1 like next week, I'd be like, let's do it. I'd be down for the 2v1. I'd be down. I would definitely be down for it. You might know karate. Well, what do you think I know though? Don't you think I know? I know something. For those that are longtime viewers, you guys know what disciplines I know. Does anybody know what disciplines I know? Like legitimately, what I've told you guys what I know. They are younger than you. What's the jab, OJ? Jiu-jitsu. I've done a little bit, but no, I'm not trained in jiu-jitsu. No. Kickboxing, that's one of them. Yep. Kickboxing is one. Cobra Kai. OJ's kickboxing. Martial arts. Well, martial arts are a broad range of different disciplines, so that's a broad range. So yeah, I know a martial arts discipline, but does anybody know the other discipline that I know? Taekwondo, no. I'll give some Khabib training. Alex couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Muay Thai, no, not that. I can do kickboxing. I'm a pretty good kickboxer. I did kickboxing for 10 plus years. What Xenoblade 3 class would you be in a fight? I'm not sure. I have to think about that. The one that punches people. That one. Mental discipline. Monado arts. Master Roshi arts. Judo. Judo's cool, but no. I haven't even watched OJ long enough to know, but kickboxing is like top 3 most obvious fight disciplines for a black dude. I don't think it's based off a race. I don't think that's it. There's a lot of good white kickboxers too. Taijutsu. Afraid to say it, but the idea is there. Hokage. None of you guys have actually said it, and it's actually a pretty common discipline. Well, not common, but it's like if I said it, you guys would know. Like, oh, okay, yeah, it's that. Monado arts. I said karate. Karate? No, I do not know Cobra Kai karate. Eagle Fang, Cobra Kai, ninjutsu, OJ Shulk, NL is Zanza, Sambo, karate most def. I don't know karate. I don't know karate. I don't know karate or karate. I do not know karate. Wrestling. I do know wrestling a little bit, but I am not like a trained wrestler. But I do know wrestling techniques, but I'm not a trained like I did kickboxing, no. And my other discipline. Jiu-jitsu, no. Chun? What, like Chun-Li? Wing Chin? Boxing? No, I know kickboxing. I don't know regular boxing. I know kickboxing. Jose's a mat level boxer. This man said taijutsu. Whatever's on with nunchucks. Nunchucks, that's just I mean, that's just like a weapon discipline, I guess. I mean, I guess there's some disciplines that do nunchucks particularly, but yeah, I know how to use nunchucks. Muay Thai? No. Wing Chun? No. Taekwondo? No. Talk about the fighting style that jury is based off of? I don't know what fighting style jury is based off of, to be honest. Judo, sumo, me wearing like that thong dun-dun-dun and going like that. I don't think I'm big enough for sumo. I think I might not be big enough for that. Ah, there you go. You got it. You got it. The Great Wall got it. Kung Fu. I know Kung Fu. I know Kung Fu and I know kickboxing. I did Kung Fu for years. I did Kung Fu. But I excelled at kickboxing. I didn't really excel at Kung Fu because I couldn't remember all the techniques, all the little like all the little, you know, Kung Lao type techniques that they be doing. I couldn't remember all of them. My brother was way better at Kung Fu than I was. Way better. So I never really went super far. But kickboxing, I went really far in kickboxing. I would compete and stuff in kickboxing, so yeah. Shaolin soccer. If you pulled out Kung Fu in a street fight, that would be wild to see. I would not use Kung Fu in a street fight. I would use kickboxing and like wrestling in a street fight. Definitely would not use Kung Fu in a street fight. I mean, unless there was a move that I could easily pull off, like an oblique kick. Yeah, I might oblique kick someone to just stagger them, then tackle. But like oblique kick, that's a front horizontal kick, like to the knee. Like if I can pull that off, yeah, but probably not. I'd probably put my guard up and definitely kickbox, and then tackle if I need to tackle, like, you know, and do some like wrestling or whatever. But yeah, probably wouldn't do any kung fu in a street fight. To be honest, kung fu is like, to me, kung fu is so specialized. Like, you've got to really know what you're doing in order to use it effectively. Like, if you know what you're doing with kung fu, it's like one of the best disciplines. Like, kung fu people, the top level kung fu people, bro, I'm telling you, they can jack people up. I'm telling you, bro, those kung fu dudes, woo, they'll be doing techniques you don't even know. My sensei, I'm telling you, this man, he moved like Bruce Lee, like Jackie Chan. It was a white dude too. It was a stocky, like 5'8", solid built white dude, and this dude moved like water, like flowed the way that he did techniques. And he literally would say, "Hey, you guys come at me for real." Like, he would tell his underling or his his assistant senseis and all that, "Hey, come at me." And they'd be like 2 to 3 on 1, and he would literally be fighting them like Batman Arkham, like Batman, dude. I'm telling you, this dude was nuts, crazy good, crazy good. He's old now though. He's super old. He don't do that no more. But at the time, this was like 20 this is the early 90s that I was doing this. So yeah, it's like early, like 1991, 92, 93. So yeah. Kung Fu pattern style, Alex knows. Nunchucks, careful. Kung Fu. Yeah, man. Yeah, Kung Fu, low kicking and destroy the shin. Frontal kick, yeah, it's called the oblique kick. Oblique kick, it's like a frontal, like, kind of like a little, like, horizontal kick that you just do, like, to kind of stagger someone. Then you can, then you can do, like, more techniques from that. In the U.S., everyone uses gung fu. I know, gun fu. The U.S., bro. These days, bro, you can't even fight nobody straight up no more. You got to be worried that they're packing. Capoeira like Eddie Gordo. Yeah, that's cool. I always thought that was super cool. Short white dude, always the martial arts dudes. My cousin's 5'7", 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo. Yeah, this guy, he was a master, like 8th degree, the highest level black belt. Like, he was the highest level. He would be going, like, in his early days, he would go out of town for competitions. He would win them too. He brought all his trophies back and put them up. He was really good. He was really good, man. But yeah, Kung Fu's, it's very technical. So for me, like, I didn't love Kung Fu. I loved kickboxing though. And when you got into the ring, put on the mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? Put on the headgear, put on the boxing gloves, put on everything. Like, put on the shorts. Like, I didn't like wearing a gi. I'm not a gi person. Like, I'm not a Ryu and Ken wearing a gi. I don't like wearing gis. I like wearing tanks and like the box, like like Sagat from like Street Fighter, right? Or like the boxers that they have on there, like Balrog or something. I like wearing stuff like that when I fight. I don't like wearing gis. So I always felt more comfortable with the gloves, with the in the boxing ring, like in the kickboxing, because I don't like only just using my hands. I like to use my feet too, or my legs. So yeah, I always felt way more comfortable there. So I just excelled more in kickboxing than I did in Kung Fu. Wii nunchucks. Yeah, Wii nunchucks. I know how to use nunchucks. When I was in high school, there was a guy, Master Brian. He was a weapons master, and I'm not saying that just like makeup, no cap. This dude was a weapons master. He did martial. I forgot what discipline he did, but he knew how to use every single weapon that you can think of. Size, he can flip size like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. He can use a bow. He can use a bow like Donatello. Swords, he can use a dual sword, like flipping dual swords without cutting himself in half. And he can use nunchucks, and nunchucks were his best weapon. And he taught me how to, he's like, "What weapon do you want to learn how to use?" I'm like, "One that's not going to hurt, like cut me in half, like cut my arm off." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll give you a pair of nunchucks." So he gave me a pair of nunchucks, and he gave me a pair of practice nunchucks. So I started practicing with them. And I started getting like, okay, I'm not really super good at them, but I started being able to use them really well. I have a video of me using nunchucks, like my 2,000 subscriber video. You can check it out. It's a long time ago, but yeah. So he taught me how to use nunchucks. He taught me how to use nunchucks really well. And yeah, man, he was cool. Called Master Brian. He also taught me how to do like jumping off of roofs and like landing on the ground. Like, he taught me how to do like ninja stuff. Like, so what we would do is that he had his backyard, right? And what you do is like he put his trampoline there, and we would jump off of his roof and then learn how to bend your knees and roll. So it was crazy when I first did it. I thought this guy was crazy, but I was like, let me just try it. So we were jumping off of his roof and bending our knees and rolling. So he's like, okay, you're gonna jump off and bend your knees and roll over there. And I'm like, all right, let's just do it. So then I practiced it so much. I practiced it for about maybe, about a good week. I practiced jumping off and then landing and then bending my knees and rolling. So then when I jumped off the roof and I bent my knees and rolled, like I was perfectly fine. Like I didn't hurt myself or anything. I'm like, oh wow, that's super cool. Now I can jump off roofs and like land on the ground and not kill myself. You know, I don't know what I'd use it for, but if I ever needed to use it or jump from somewhere high, I would know how to do it. I think if I try that now, I'm pretty sure I'd break my leg. I'm old. This is like when I was like 18 or 19. So my senior year in high school. So I was like 17, 18. Okay, I'll set up a nunchuck battle next Friday on YouTube. Oh, nunchuck battle. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's go. OJ, you know, no, I don't know the Eddie Gordo style. No, I don't know it. I just thought it's pretty cool, you know. But was he better than Ryu? I don't think he could beat Ryu Hayabusa. No. He was the nicest dude though. It was like this white guy, Master Brian. He's like the nicest guy. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He would not hurt a fly, honestly. But if a fly ever tested him, he'd definitely kill the fly. But he would never hurt a fly. I don't ever see him. I don't think he said he's never fought anybody. He's never fought anybody, but he knows all this awesome martial arts and stuff. I met him when we were working at a grocery store together, and I met him, and like I remember he took me to the back and he was like, hey man, check this out. And he grabbed one of the brooms in like the back, because like we were just like little courtesy clerks that would bag groceries and get carts and stuff. And he took one of the brooms in the back and he's like, check this out. And he's like, he starts flipping it around like Donatello all around his back, going like, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, whoa. And I'm like, dude, you're freaking amazing. He's like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, I've been practicing. And then from then I started going over to his house, hanging out at his house, like talking to his parents. His parents were super nice. They were super cool with me. I started hanging out with them just more and more. And then yeah, and that was that. And then like he started teaching me to use nunchucks, all that. It was fun. Good stuff. If it wasn't for Raphael, everyone would think Sais were the lamest weapon ever. I don't know. Sais always looked pretty cool to me. Settle the beef with Nintendo Life in ARMS. In ARMS? I might want to do that. Martial arts is about discipline and self-control. Grasshopper. Yes, it's about making sure that you never have to use it. That's the goal with martial arts, that you never actually have to use them. You know? So. Kung Flu will put you down if you don't have a good immunity. You gotta watch out for it. Definitely makes sense to practice as a skill as a teenager. Yeah, as a teenager. Yeah. Nunchaku. The Japanese way of saying it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, #PlayerEssence. Or if you just got here and you want to know the Nintendo Life stuff, be more than happy to go over that again if you guys want. More than happy. Unless your life is in danger, what's the martial arts is that's when martial arts is usable. Yes, whenever you're like, if you have to protect someone that's about to get like crushed or something like that, and that person. I mean, with the Joy-Con, if you tried use the nunchuck, it would probably be put out an eye. Yeah, if you're not careful, Cyber Taurus, if you're not careful, that nunchuck will come up. I know a lot of people back in the day, one thing that people were doing, they'd be playing the Wii and they'd be throwing their Wii remotes and breaking their TVs. That used to be a thing. So Nintendo put out like Wii like sleeves, or people call them Wii condoms, but whatever. People put out the Wii sleeves that you put over the Wii, so that if you throw your Wii remote, or you don't put over the Wii, but you put over the Wii remotes, and if you throw your Wii remote because you're not using the wrist attachment, if you throw it, your TV will be safe. Your Wii remote will be safe because you have this big stocky sleeve on it, you know, and you can call them and get it for free. You can get them shipped. You can get 4 of them for free. So I remember I called and I got my sleeves. I think I still have them too. I got my sleeves and I put them on, and it was better for me because it made the controller feel bigger, and my hands are big. So it made the controller feel bigger for, like, you know, games that you had to use the Wii remote. So for me, it was a good thing. Yeah, the Wii remote condom, yeah. I don't use motion controls on Joy-Cons a lot, so I've never had a problem with, like, throwing Joy-Cons and stuff, because there's so many games I just don't use them, you know? The wristband for the Wii Nunchuck is lame. If people use those more, we never would have had the issue with it, you know? When I was younger, I cut the Wii sleeves with the scissors. My dad had hid the Wii for like a month. When you're younger, you cut the Wii sleeves with scissors? Why'd you cut them with scissors? Why? Man, it's still with this copyright stuff. Well, we had part 2, Pro Joe. You missed the part 2 of it. But yeah, Nintendo Life decided to talk more on Blue Sky, so I had to put out the deets. So yeah. So yeah, man, it's all good. All good. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that you guys are out here. Let's get it. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Shout outs though. Shout outs. Let's do it. Playing Mario Kart Wii with that Wii wheel was the serious business for me. Yo, let's go. Was you had to turn the blue sky to red sky as he brought down his wrath upon Nintendo Life? I mean, they started it, bruh. I don't think I started it. They started it overall. Darius Slay said Rams gave the Eagles the toughest time and came close to beating them. Rams second best team in the NFC. They lost, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Who cares if they played them? They gave them the second best. Who cares? That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they lost. They still lost. That's all that matters. They lost. Playing Mario Kart Wii. Oh, I already read that. My bad. OJ, what is your favorite sitcom growing up? Favorite sitcom growing up? I think I like Family Matters. I thought that was pretty good. Or like, yeah, Family Matters was good. Or like Fresh Prince or Family Matters, or like one of those black sitcoms that were like cool. Let's see here. You said they were trash though. I kept the receipts. Yeah, I said they were trash when they were bad. Like when they were losing games. I said that they were trash. They got better towards the end of the year once they got healthy. But yeah, I said that they're trash like when they were actually playing like trash. They were like what 1-4 at one point, or they were not good in the first half of the year. They were not great. They weren't that great. And then later in the year they got better. But the first half of the year they were not good. What's up, Commander? Yeah, so they were not good in the first half. They were not good. Their record was not good. What's wrong with me saying if they're not, the record's not good, they're not good? The Niners had lots of injuries too, and I'm like, they're not good. They're not playing good. I bashed them all year. The thing is, you get upset when I talk about the Rams if I give criticism against the Rams, but if I give that same criticism that I give towards the Niners, you're like, oh yeah, he's right on that. I criticized the Niners all year. I criticized them being bad all year. Even when they won, I criticized them being bad. And like, you had no problem with me saying that. Even if they won, I criticized them. So I don't know, man. I don't know what you want me to say, brother. I see it from a different angle. I see it from a player. I don't see it from a fan's perspective. I see it from a player's perspective. And what I see is that they were playing better at the beginning of the year. They played better at the end of the year. I gave them credit at the end of the year when they played better. I felt that there was I still thought that there were some things that there was a couple tight games. It wasn't like they were dominating people at the end of the year. They played well in the playoffs. They still lost, but they played well in the playoffs. They got ran all over. Their defense was terrible in that snow game. Saquon Barkley ran all over them, but they were able to put up some offense for sure. But yeah. It says, even with the injuries, we ended strong, unlike the Niners, though. But you guys had you had Puka. You guys had Cooper. You guys had Puka. You had your starting running back. You had your starting offensive lineman. The Niners didn't have any of that. They were out almost all their receivers. They were out their running back. They were out multiple running backs, actually. They were out multiple offensive linemen. They were out multiple defensive starters across. They had way more injuries. What are you talking about? Do you know how many injuries the Niners had? The Rams were healthy towards the end of the year. They were healthy. You guys got healthy towards the end of the year. You guys got Puka back. You guys got Cooper back. You guys got your players back. You guys got your tight end. Like, the Niners were not healthy all year. They were banged up all year. So, what are you talking about? Ayuk was not there all year. Jennings was hurt for a number of games. Christian McCaffrey was pretty much hurt the whole season. Elijah Mitchell, one of the running backs, he got hurt. JP ended up getting hurt. Like, everybody got the whole team was hurt at one point. There were a bunch of defensive linemen were hurt. Like, Charvarius Ward had injuries, like, there was just so much stuff. I think it's safe to say that McVay is a better big game coach than Shanahan. Yeah, that's safe to say. I agree. McVay is a better big game coach than Shanahan. I agree. 100%. Only person who didn't get Purdy also got hurt. Purdy was out for I think 1 or 2 games. He was out. 2 games he was out. Purdy was out for 2 games this year, or this last year. But yeah, he was out for the Green Bay game, and I think he was out for I think the Arizona game, the second one, or I forgot which game he was out. But yeah, he missed 2 games, so not that many. So yeah, but yeah, Trent Williams was out pretty much Trent Williams missed pretty much the whole year almost. Like, he missed 9 or 10 games. Yo, what's up? What's up, Clay Morris? Says, yo, OJ, Eagles champions in the house. Yeah, Eagles took it, man. Eagles took the whole thing. I felt that the Eagles were the best team. I felt that the Eagles had a good chance at beating the Rams. Or sorry, beating the Chiefs, and they did that. They went out there and spanked them. So Kyle Juszczyk stayed healthy like always. Yeah, thanks. Shout outs to Kyle Juszczyk for staying healthy. Good job. As a Philly boy, I didn't celebrate until 20 seconds after they won. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, they did win one in 2017, and they were in a Super Bowl, in 2023? So, I mean, it's not like the Eagles are foreign to Super Bowls and potentially winning them against all odds. But yeah, I think that the fact that they blew the Chiefs out, that was the shocking thing, right? So... Your whole childhood was a disappointment. Yeah, I guess your childhood was it the Donovan McNabb Eagles? Was it those Eagles, or was it the Randall Cunningham Eagles? Or was it all of those? Okay, Randall Cunningham, yeah. Good teams, but just failed to really get anywhere, yeah. Unfortunately. Plus, the Cowboys. The Cowboys and the Niners in the 90s were just a problem for the Eagles. So... I think Princess Peach Showtime, I don't think it was a cash grab. I think it was just a cool little game that they just, like a little AA game they decided to make to give Princess Peach some more playtime. Like, give her her own game. It's been a while, so I don't think it was really, that they made it probably in a short amount of time. I don't think it was a cash grab. I think it was just a cool little game that they made. I don't think it was like the worst game ever or nothing. It was alright. It's like a 7 out of 10. Nintendo Life did not give Princess Peach Showtime a 10 out of 10. They did not. No, they did not. This guy's been trolling all stream. This guy's been trolling all stream. How much Switch 2 gonna cost? $10,000. $10,000. No, they didn't give it a 10 out of 10. No. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to keep it a buck. I wouldn't put it past them, you know. I would not put it past them. So yeah. Serious question: have you played Crosscode? Yeah, I played Crosscode. It's good. I didn't even give it a 10 out of 10, and I'm the biggest Peach fan here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Party man, what did you give it again? I think you gave it like a 7. You give it a 7 or an 8? Yeah, I'm actually happy the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl. Like, I wasn't sure how I felt because obviously as a Niner fan, like Eagles, a little bit of a rivalry there. But once I started watching the game, I was like, nah, the Chiefs got to go down, man. I ain't trying to have Patrick Mahomes with that stupid burst fade haircut. You know what I'm saying? With that stupid burst fade, stupid curly hair, cocky haircut. You know, I can't have that dude winning 3 in a row. I can't have Travis Kelce and his freaking Taylor Swift. Nah, I can't have that. Y'all got to stop them from doing that. Please stop them from doing that. So I'm glad that the Eagles put a stop to that. I can't have I can't have Chiefs fans were already really cocky. And then Nick Wright, dude, on the First Things First. Nick Wright was just never doubt with his damn nose, man. I was getting tired of that dude. I'm like, never a doubt, even though they're barely winning, they're struggling, they're getting the reps to bail them out every single game. Never a doubt. Every single time. It got annoying. I didn't even want to watch the freaking show anymore, bro. So yeah. You know about rivals, y'all gotta win a chip. That's not what makes a rival a rival. Like, the Washington Commanders have not won a championship, but they still have rivals. You can have a rival and not win a championship. Like, rivalry goes all the way back a long time. You know what I'm saying? So winning a Super Bowl or not is not the definition of being a rival. Like, that's not the definition of being a rival or not. You can have two teams that don't like each other. That's a rivalry, and none of them will win a Super Bowl. There's all sorts of rivalries with people. I mean, Cowboys have rivalries with the Niners. Both of those teams haven't won a Super Bowl. Cowboys have a rivalry with the Eagles. Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since a long time. So yeah. 80s and 90s was the steroid era. Those Super Bowl championships should have had an asterisk next to it. Nah. Nah. Nick Wright is a good guy, but when it comes to sports, he's insufferable. Oh no, Nick Wright's I think Nick Wright's a cool dude. I think he's a cool dude. He's got I'll tell you something right now. This man, he's got a little bit of swag to him. If you've seen his wife, he got a little bit of swag to him. I like that. You know, good for him. Good for him. But no, I think he's cool. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I'll still listen to him. Like, but it's just I was just getting tired of him making it seem like the Chiefs were the greatest thing since since the freaking Steel Curtain Steelers, you know, like they were, you know, like they're the greatest, like they're like the freaking Brady Patriots or something. Like I was getting tired of all that, you know. So yeah. Yeah, the Mahomes Mountain nonsense. Mahomes was clearly not the best quarterback in the league in terms of just based off of like the stats. Like it clearly wasn't him. I mean, yeah, in terms of overall quarterback, who's the best quarterback? Yeah, sure, Mahomes, because Mahomes has won all the Super Bowls. But like if you're basing it from like a year to year and like who was playing, it clearly Lamar and Josh Allen were above him. And the reason why the Chiefs won as many games is because the refs and because of their defense. Like Mahomes did not have some type of, oh my gosh, you know, we're crazy, we're out here, I'm balling MVP. He did not have that year. He played pretty mediocre in a lot of games, or just for his standards, he played pretty mediocre. So to sit there and say he's at the top, no, he ain't at the top. Yeah, in terms of overall status, like as a quarterback in today's game, sure, but no, Lamar played better, Josh Allen played better, Joe Burrow played better. They all played better than him this year. There's actually a multitude of guys that played better. So I'm taking Mahomes any day. He also has the best coach in the league. Sure, I mean, for me, I'd say this. You can take Mahomes, but I mean, like, do you get his defense with him? You know? Like, do you get that defense? Because that defense was awesome until the Super Bowl. That defense really saved them. And the refs. The defense and the refs really saved them, you know? So, do you get the refs and the defense with Mahomes? If you get the refs and the defense with Mahomes, then yeah, I'll take him over anything. If you don't, I mean, if you don't get his defense and the refs, I might take Lamar. I might take Lamar for the offense that I would run. I might take Lamar over him. I think if the Niners drafted Lamar, they would have had a Super Bowl, at least one Super Bowl. If the Niners drafted Lamar, instead of not drafting Lamar and going with Jimmy Garoppolo, if they drafted Lamar Jackson like they should have drafted him, they would have already had one Super Bowl by now, because they would have kept all their other picks, because in 2021, they traded a ton of picks for Trey Lance. One of those picks ended up being Micah Parsons. So they would have had Micah Parsons, and they would, oh no, you can't really say it that way because you don't know what order they would be drafted in, because they'd have Lamar Jackson. But what I'm trying to say is that they missed out on having a lot of first round draft picks because they traded up to get Trey Lance. Trey Lance was a bust. It didn't work out for him, you know, there, but they lost out on all those first round draft picks, 3 first round draft picks. So that would have helped build their team. They could have got defensive line help. They could have got all sorts of stuff. So if they would have simply just drafted Lamar Jackson, like I told Spawnwave and like I told everybody back in 2017, I was like, Lamar Jackson's the best player I've seen in like a long time. They need to draft him. And nobody like, no, he runs too much. Oh, he's a running quarterback. He can't pass. I'm like, no, I watched them play at Louisville. If you watch the tape, the dude can pass. He can play. He's a quarterback. He's just incredibly athletic. He's a better passer than Michael Vick. He's actually more like as good as like Warren Moon as passer. I think he's better than Randall Cunningham, and he's probably as good as Warren Moon, if not maybe a little bit better than Warren Moon as a passer, and a way better athlete than Randall Cunningham and Warren Moon are. So to me, I felt that they should draft Lamar Jackson, and they didn't, and it pissed me off that they didn't draft him, but they should have. If they drafted him, they would have had a Super Bowl, at least one. So imagine if the 49ers drafted Mahomes instead, they would have won 4 Super Bowls minimum. Could they have even drafted Mahomes? That was 2017. I think Mahomes went, I think the Niners had, oh no! Yeah, you're right. They could have drafted Mahomes. Yeah, they could have. They picked Solomon Thomas instead. Yeah, they messed that up too. Yeah, that was the 2017 draft, right? They picked Solomon. They picked the defensive lineman instead at number 9. Yeah. 2017 NFL draft. Yeah, the Niners are stupid. They've made a lot of good calls in the draft, but a lot of their calls have been good in the late rounds, like George Kittle, Diamador Lenore, Dominique Pooney, like Malik Mustafa, like all their guys that are playing right now that are good, they've all been either like free agent pickups here and there, or like late draft picks. They got Kyle Juszczyk from somewhere else. But like all their best players are like late draft picks, like all of them, or they traded for them. Like Brock Purdy, last pick in the draft. Like everybody is like traded for or a very late draft pick. Juwan Jennings, late draft pick. He's their best receiver now. So yeah, they've been good in late rounds and have been terrible in early rounds. That's the problem with the Niners. So yeah, here was the draft. Wait, what was? Just give me the actual draft. Okay, yeah. So Myles Garrett went 1. Mitchell Trubisky went 2. Oh, that was trash. Solomon Thomas went 3. Solomon Thomas went. The Niners had the 3rd pick in the draft, and they freaking drafted Solomon Thomas. Oh my gosh, garbage. Oh my goodness. Who else was in that draft? Let me tell you who else was in that draft. Christian McCaffrey, you could have had him. I mean, they got him later, but you could have had him at 3 if you really wanted him. Christian McCaffrey was in there. Patrick Mahomes was 10. They could have had Patrick Mahomes. But then again, the Bears are probably even dumber. The Bears could have had Patrick Mahomes and they didn't draft him. And they traded up. They traded up to get him. So yeah, Marshawn Lattimore was there. Deshaun Watson, I mean, obviously Deshaun Watson is garbage now, but that was obviously because he's done all sorts of crazy stuff. But before the whole massage gate, Deshaun Watson was a top 5 quarterback in the league. So they could have had Deshaun Watson. Maybe if he was in San Fran, he wouldn't be doing that crazy stuff. I'm not sure. But whatever. Oh man, that's crazy, man. Marlon Humphrey was there. Gosh, goodness gracious, man. There was some good players. There were some really good players. TJ Watt. TJ Watt was number 30. They could have had TJ Watt. And the Niners had another first-round draft pick, and they took Reuben Foster, which Reuben Foster was a good linebacker, but he couldn't get out of his own way. He had domestic violence problems and all that, but he was a good backer, though. So yeah, they basically busted on both picks. You know, they busted out on both picks. If you go to the second round, Budda Baker was in the second round. Cam Robinson was in the second round from Bama, offensive tackle. They could have got Zay Jones was there. Zay Jones. Dalvin Cook was there. Who else? Joe Mixon was there. They could have got Joe Mixon. Man, there's a lot of good players. There's some good players. Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, I don't know about him, but I guess he won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs, so there's that. Alvin Kamara was there in the third. I mean, that was a 3rd round pick. They could have had Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara was there. Cooper Kupp was in the 3rd round as well. Chris Goodwin, Kareem Hunt, Shaquille Griffin, Kenny Golladay. Like, there was some pretty good players. Jonnu Smith, Trey Hendrickson, who's really good. James Conner, good running back. So yeah, man, there's some solid players. Oh, but then here are the Niners in the 5th round with George Kittle. George Kittle in the 5th round. So I'll give him that. George Kittle's like the GOAT tight end, like in the league right now, like the best tight end in the league right now. But yeah. You see, this is a gaming channel, not a sports channel. That is true, but sometimes we talk sports as well. Sometimes we talk sports. They got Aaron Jones in the 5th round? Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's cool. Hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button, guys. We've got about 20 minutes, a little bit, like about 15 minutes left in the stream today, or so. So hit that like button, let them know that we're streaming. If you have any questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerSense, hashtag PlayerSense by itself. Also, shout outs to all the Elite Ninjas and the members as well. Big shout outs to the members. What are we at? We're at 534. If you want to become a new member, get us up to the 550 mark. I'd appreciate that. Hit that type in !member. It's only $1 to join up. So shout out to all the Elite Ninjas. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for becoming members. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's get back into the gaming stuff, shall we? You guys said no more sports stuff. Let's get back into the gaming stuff. Let's get back into that. Like I said, shout out to all the new subs too. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the new subs coming through. The Mario Kart killer. That's party, man. Healthy Tyler Higbee gives Kittle a run for his money. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Kittle's rated a lot higher in terms of blocking and catching. I think Kittle has him beat in both, like blocking and catching. I would take that tight end from the what's it called? From the Eagles. I'd take that guy. Goddard or whatever his name is. I'd take him. I think I'd take him over Higbee. And I would probably take that Lively, the guy from the Baltimore Ravens. I'd take Lively and the Goddard guy. I think over Higbee. Higbee's good though. He's good. He's like a top 15 tight end. And I think I also might take Kincaid, the tight end from the Bills. I'd probably take that guy too.
Who is the better running back? Saquon Barkley or Bijan Robinson? Still can't believe the Giants didn't sign him for this season.
The better running back, I'd probably say the better running back is Saquon, but Saquon definitely has the better offensive line. I think if Bijan Robinson was on the Eagles, I think he'd probably do what Saquon did as well. So you have to go with Saquon just because of his season. But I think that if Bijan Robinson had that same offensive line, I think he can do very much the same thing, if not more. So, but yeah, but I would say Saquon just for the numbers. Yeah, Sam Laporta. Yeah, I'll take Sam Laporta as well. So yeah. No, it's definitely close. Just the what's it called? The Falcons aren't a good team. Like, they're not good. Their offensive line is nowhere near as good as the Eagles' offensive line. Last year, if Saquon on the Giants, and you said who's better between Saquon and Bijan, it wouldn't be not even close. There would be a lot of people saying Bijan Robinson is as good as Saquon. If you just said before the year started, if you said what running back is better, it would definitely be close. It wouldn't be like, oh my God, Saquon's way better. The only reason why it's like that is because Saquon won a championship, and Saquon, they're on the Eagles. He has a great offensive line. The Falcons are not that good. Their offensive line is not as good. So, but if you would have asked, hey, look, not the offensive line, just as a running back, Bijan Robinson's just as good. I think he's right there. You know.
What do you think about Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, the Mario Kart killer? Did check out some gameplay and it does look pretty cool, but
yeah.
Not sure how much time I will actually invest if I buy it.
It looks cool. It looks cool, Party Man Brothership. It does look cool. But yeah, I'm reserving my judgment until it comes out and all that. Yeah, I'm reserving my judgment. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $5 dono. Appreciate that. Hey, what's up? Aegis says not really able to stick around long, but hope you had a good night, boss man. Yeah, I did good, man. Everything was good. I was a lot more calm today in my critique. I went over all the emails though. I went over all the emails since they were trying to be snarky on Blue Sky. But yeah. But I was a lot more calm, cool, and collected today. I missed your comment. Sorry about that, Party Man. What was your comment again? Oh, you had to... Man, Party Man, I'm sorry that you had to drop a dono to get that question answered. My bad, bro. Sorry about that, dude. It looks cool, though. Like, Sonic Crossworlds looks cool, man. I'll talk about that a little bit more. I haven't made a video on it yet. But yeah, it looks cool, but I have to wait and see. You know, you never know with Sonic games. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Game of the Year. Yeah, I don't think it's going to win Game of the Year. I don't think it will, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to win Game of the Year. I think there's going to be something else that wins Game of the Year. I ain't going to say what I think it's going to be, but you'll know when you see it. You'll know when you see it, because the review scores are going to be really good for the game. So yeah. But yeah, we'll wait till later. We'll wait till later. The winner is GTA 6. If GTA 6 makes it out this year, then yes, the winner will be GTA 6. Or for some people it'll be GTA 6. But yeah, we'll see. No worries, dude. Been a minute since I dropped the dono. Hey, I appreciate you, party man. Thank you. I played the closed beta. The game is fun. Customization is pretty neat. Did they have a closed beta for the Sonic game already? Let's see. It should go based off of gameplay, story, but other more hype games might win it. Well, I mean, the year just started. I don't think we should say that it should win Game of the Year already when there's still a bunch of other games to come out. So, like, I don't know how it should win Game of the Year when we haven't even got all the other games for the rest of the year. Shouldn't we at least wait and see the other scores and see the other stories and see the other stuff before we say it's Game of the Year? Or should it already just, give it Game of the Year before we even got to the rest of the year? Is that how we should do Game of the Year now? Or we should just say, oh, well, it should win it because it's got the best story and all that. Oh, don't mind the other games that are coming out. We're not going to play those. We'll just, this is Game of the Year because it's Game of the Year. It's like, what's the point of having the competition if whatever game that comes out first is really good? We just give that game Game of the Year. Oh, man. We should at least wait. But, I mean, I get it, though. Like, I get it. I understand, like, it's a really good game. Now, if the game had, like, a really high review score, like a 96 or something where it became, like, all-time territory, then I can understand that. Because it's like, okay, that's going to be hard to beat a game that's rated that high. But it's like a 90, right? It's like a 90. So it's like, there's going to be other games that are rated around that or higher. So, we'll see. I don't know, man. Like I said, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I think there's going to be some games that are rated higher this year that could potentially be better. But yeah. Elden Ring Night Rain. I don't think Elden Ring Night Rain is going to be a super, like, it's not going to be as rated high as Elden Ring. I think that they're going to knock it points for. They're going to knock it a few points here and there because it's a multiplayer focused game. Because it's not, it's not that single player focus with the optional multiplayer. So I think it's going to be more of like a high 80s, maybe low 90s, high 80s. I don't think it's going to be as high as Elden Ring was. Yeah, I mean, if GTA 6 comes out this year, GTA 6 is probably going to win Game of the Year. Like, it's probably going to win it. But I know of another game that might contest it. Like, it's going to be nominated, the another game. But like I said, you guys, we'll all find out about that game at some point, Like I said, we'll wait and see. There's a lot of games that are coming out. The closed beta for Sonic is today. Oh, the closed beta for Sonic is today? Can anybody play in it? Or is it just, you have to, like, pre-order something or whatever, or what? Ghost of Yotei, hopefully. Death Stranding 2 should be up there. Yeah, I think Ghost of Yotei absolutely is going to be a Game of the Year nominee. The first Ghost game was an 83 rated game, and it was Game of the Year nominee. And it was nominated a lot. So, yeah, I expect Ghost of Yotei. And I expect Death Stranding also to be nominated. Yeah, those two games probably should be. Nope, you have to sign up and get a code. Oh, okay. You have to get a code. I didn't even know, man. Like, I legit didn't even know about that. I forgot. I wonder if it rhymes with Wario. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to be or what's going on, but like I said, it's more than just, it's not just Nintendo stuff. Like, there's going to be some other cool stuff from third parties. There's going to be some dope games coming out this year. Like, I expect it to be a pretty good year overall. I think it's going to be a solid year. I missed my opportunity because I forgot due to work life. Better than 2023? I don't know about better than 2023. 2023 was like abnormal. Like, 2023 was crazy because I was like Wonder. That was Alan Wake 2. That was, Tears of the Kingdom. That was, what else was that? That was Baldur's Gate 3. That was, oh my God, there were so many games. What was that? Street Fighter? There were so many 90+ rated games that year. It was crazy. Like, big games, high rated. So yeah. Half-Life 3, yeah, Half-Life 3. So Ragnarok was 2022. That was not 2023. Spider-Man 2 was 2023. Yes, that was 2023. Spider-Man, that was the Game of the Year nomination too, right? Yeah, so it was the Game of the Year nomination was, I got it all right. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 remake. It was Resident Evil 4 remake, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. It was Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate, and Alan Wake. I got all of those right in 2023, so yeah. I look forward to the games coming out this year. Can't say the same for Sony right now. Yeah, I mean, they've got Ghost of Yotei and they've got Death Stranding too. So those are going to be two pretty big games for people that like those type of games. I'm going to check out Ghost of Yotei for sure. I'm going to check out that game. But I don't know. Death Stranding, no, I ain't going to check out that game. But Ghost of Yotei for sure. Excuse me. Lies of P. Yeah, Lies of P was 2023, but that was not a highly rated game. Like, it was an okay rated game. I think it was like an 80 or something like that. But it was not like a highly rated, like, you know, Game of the Year game. I mean, it got nominated for something, but it wasn't a Game of the Year nomination. But yeah, it was a good game in 2023, for sure. Sea of Stars was good. Yeah, Sea of Stars. There was other games, too. Like, there's other games that I'm missing. Let's go to Metacritic. We'll find out. Metacritic. We'll go to 2023 and we'll see what's popping. We'll see what's popping with the games. Explore best games of all time. We'll go to 2023. So yeah, 2023, Baldur's Gate 3, 96. Legend of Zelda Tears, 96. Metroid Prime Remastered, 94. Resident Evil 4 Remake, 93. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, 92. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, 92. Street Fighter 6, 92. Against the Storm, whatever that is, that's a 91. Slay the Princess is a 90. Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man 2, that's a 90. Jacques Jean, that's a 90. Videoverse is a 90. Dave the Diver is a 90. Pizza Tower, 89. Cyberpunk 2077. The Phantom Liberty, 89. Dead Space Remake, 89. Alan Wake 2, 89. Cocoon, 88. Dead Cells Castlevania, 88. The Talos Principle, 88. God of War, that's what you're thinking of. God of War Valhalla, the DLC, 88. Sea of Stars, 87. Pikmin 4, 87. Final Fantasy 16, 87. Theorhythm, Final Fantasy, 87. Astral Ascent, 87. Hi-Fi Rush, 87. Shredder's Revenge, 87. Or no, it was the DLC, sorry. Sorry. Star Ocean, The Second Story R, 86. Armored Core 6, 86. Star Wars Jedi, 85. There was a lot of good rated, like 85, mid to high 80s games. Octopath Traveler 2, 85. Forza, 84. So yeah, Hogwarts was an 84 too. So that was a big game that people liked. Super Mario RPG, that was an 84. There was just a lot of games that, dude, 2023 was nuts. I played and beat a lot of, that was even Starfield, that was an 83. Mortal Kombat came out, even though that game wasn't that great, but Mortal Kombat 1, Advance Wars 1 and 2, Reboot Camp came out at an 83. That was a lot of games, man. A lot of games. Let's see here. We need the, okay, you're talking to Kevin. Metroid Prime 4. Well, Metroid Prime Remastered. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out this year. We gotta wait for Nintendo to announce the release date for that one. So yeah. Metaphor was my game of the year last year. Metaphor actually won a lot of game of the year awards outside of the Game Awards. Like, it actually won other websites game of the year, so that was pretty cool to see. So are we getting 2 and 3? Yeah, watch my video where I go over the most likely for the Nintendo Direct. If we get a Nintendo Direct, these are the most likely games. Go watch that video. I talk about it on there. So It's detailed when I think it's coming and all of that on that video. Next year, do or die for Switch one. I think you meant next week, right? Yeah, next week. It's do or die. I mean, it's gotta be. Like, there's no more months left in the year. So, or there's no more weeks left in the month, my bad. So, yeah, it's gotta be next week, or it's, I mean, no, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it can be after, it can be in March. Like, they can do it in March. I mean, I don't know if they will, but they could. But it's do or die for the, what's it called? For the PH Brazil. It's do or die for him, because he's doubled, he's said it, doubled, then tripled down. You know, on on the game. So yeah. Anyway. All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up here. Yeah, you're referencing the PH Brazil. We're going to wrap it up here. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to my more relaxed stream when it comes to this whole Nintendo Life thing. I hope I was able to provide some context to you guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash them and say, like, you know, nobody should subscribe to them or nobody should watch their content or watch their videos. Like, I'm not trying to say that, and that wasn't my goal. My goal was only to kind of like shed light on some of the stuff that they're doing and how I find it to be corny and lame. Like, these are probably the lamest dudes that I've ever ran across in my 50. I mean, they're not the lamest dudes. There's definitely people way more lame than them. But in terms of like official big website, Nintendo site or whatever, they're the lamest that I've ever worked with or that I've ever came into contact with. They're the worst. So condescending, so backhanded, like never wanted to acknowledge my video, never wanted to acknowledge that it's transformative, because then it completely destroys their argument of thinking that their footage made my video, which is just insane. There's official footage in there and my own thoughts and my own opinions, and it's transformative. My video, their video does not make my video. So them and just like the way that they spoke about it to me, they're trying to sun me, trying to speak down to me. It just put a bad taste in my mouth. And, you know, to Alex and to Damien, man, like I said, I don't wish nothing bad to them, but I mean, I wish that you guys would reconsider your stance in the future. You guys aren't that great. Like, you guys' content isn't that great. It's not that great. You guys are lucky to get the preview footage that you do get. A lot of the content that you guys put out is pretty subpar and mediocre for having a full team. It really is. And to not acknowledge my content at all, to not say that it's transformative, to make me look like I'm stealing or siphoning views, and then to try to play it off differently in public, like you guys were only asking for one thing and not sitting there and giving me backhanded stuff, is just crazy. You know, it's just crazy to me. So yeah, that's the thing that I have an issue with, you know, overall. But yeah, like I said, it's no hate to the people that are editing and the people that are working there. I just have to give an L to Alex, and I have to give an L to Damien for that. And Alex didn't apologize, Damien did, but I don't think it was very sincere, because they never acknowledged my content at all in terms of what I did as transformative. They never acknowledged it, and they weren't looking to. They were looking to make it seem as if I stole or siphoned from them, and then put them backpedal whenever I said, okay, well, hold up, like, what you talking about? And make up stuff about copyright. So I don't really have much respect for them, even though he said that he apologized. Nah, I don't really have much respect, because of the way that they were speaking to me and then trying to act like it never happened too. That's the strange thing. But yeah, that's that, man. It is what it is, you know. I said what I said. So if you guys want to watch my most recent video, I have a new video out on the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So check out or my Pokemon Presents Pokemon Legends ZA, and what I think that's going to be like huge for. So check out that video if you haven't seen it already. It's up on the channel. We've got Xenoblade Chronicles content. We got all sorts of stuff, man. Big updates on Switch 2. So if you want to watch those videos, those are up. So thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Shout out to all the Elite Ninjas that supported: Party Man, Brothership, Mac Mega, all the Elite Ninjas, Nick93, Anthony H, Super Christian Me World. Thank you for the donos. Vadcent, thank you for the Big 10, man. Big love. Thank you guys. We definitely went further than beyond. Let's go. Shot X. Shout out to all the JoJo's tonight on JoJo Fridays. Let's go. Uncario, thank you. Joshua King, shout outs, man. Appreciate you. Anthony H, once again. Psycho Pie, Huddy, Cyber Taurus with the multiple donos, Yoshi, Ryan Tyler, Minato Mario, the Great Wah. Appreciate you guys. Big love, Christopher Lenton. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys' donos, you guys' subscriptions, you guys' memberships, you guys all help keep this thing going. So I can feel like I can fight back against people like Nintendo Life that just, man, like, bro, I still got a bad taste in my mouth. But whatever, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. And we'll see you guys for the next one. All right. Peace out, homies. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I think tomorrow we have a Spawncast pre-show tomorrow. Spawncast pre-show tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. We will see. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.